Not to mention now I can make anyone yaoi. No, Yuri! I meant Yuri! Damn it. I outed myself again. I worked so hard to be straight.
Why did I just hear Yuri and Stray? What's going on here?
Damn it, now Sonic knows. I constantly mention my fake girlfriend in my videos and the podcast and stuff. I worked so hard to escape my yaoi destiny, and I failed. The villain laughed and Sonic just...
Finally, as expected.
God, I hate all the Q&As. I hate them. I hate all of you.
Wow. 4K live, you know.
Me when I lie.
Me when I lie. There is one question that pisses me off. It's the highest rated one too. It's like, why the frick is this the highest rated comment? I'm so pissed. Like all 6 of you who gave that thumbs up on that one comment. It's like, really? Seriously?
Do you guys want to know what that question is? Keep watching to the Q&A segment at the end to find out.
God, you just hit me with a huge wave of nostalgia back when my channel was barely blowing up. When I was doing Injustice guides. And I would tell people in the comments, you recommend which guide I do next, like which character. And I still remember like Shazam. I was like, well guys, in my last video, Shazam got like 9 votes. So we're making Shazam today. And I'm like, bro, takes me back to like the little tiny amount of likes on comments.
Let's go.
I mean, even today, if it was like, oh, this one got 9 votes, and guess I'm doing a video about that because I'm running out of ideas.
Sometimes the unpopular ones are banger ideas, and the popular ones are really stupid ideas. It can just work out that way. I've had some friends pitch me ideas for videos, and I'm like, do you realize how niche that is? That is so bizarrely specific, and I can't even begin to think how to title that video.
It's default every single one to the Mortal Kombat situation is crazy. And to do that every time.
I'm not sure the situation meme is still going. I'm not sure the situation
is still going. It is still going, apparently.
The current meta is like white text, red text, saying like he's done.
Oh yeah.
Or he.
Oh, more
it's
Pegasus.
Over.
Oh
yeah. I've seen plenty of people like just copying his format, and it's like, well, clearly it does well. He's on what, like 700k subs.
You gotta not just that. That's already impressive, but it's the view consistency. Like every video every day gets like at least 500,000, if not like closer to 1 million. That man's rolling in the dough. Absolutely flooded. He's Scrooge McDuck diving into the vault of money and swimming around. Also, big tip for any aspiring creators: put a AI version of just a famous YouTuber getting arrested and be like, they're going to jail. Because there's some YouTubers that do that too. That seems borderline slanderous, but people are doing it. So I mean.
No, it's funny when you get one word they're screaming or crying.
You're like,
those are the funny ones.
And it looks nothing like them because the AI can't figure it out, or that's meant to be the meme because it's like it's legally different enough from them.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Kombat.
I don't want to say the name because it
everybody.
ruins the joke, but I think almost everyone watching knows who we're talking about because that same YouTube celebrity that people keep saying is getting arrested and going to jail and all that. Yeah. Anyway.
I've heard about this. I don't know if I have the energy to do the intro anymore. I was just
Welcome to the Combat Kings podcast, everyone. I'm stealing Sonic's job because he's done a poor job setting us up for this.
You guys are chatting for the last 5. Anyway, sorry.
So about 9 days ago, the Mortal Kombat 2 official trailer 2 came out, and we watched it. I did a reaction. Well, not a reaction, an analysis. I did a reaction, but it was terrible, so I just axed it and started over. Dog, did you make a trailer reaction?
He did.
I did. It got claimed like a day later because that's how mean they are. I even uploaded it unlisted in advance, so it has time to check, and then it still gets copyright claim when it goes live the next day. So I'm fighting
fucking trailer, guys.
I even reached out to some people at WB, and they did not get back to me. So I think they're mad at me for my antics and my various shenanigans at Mortal Kombat. Maybe putting Johnny Cage and Cassie Cage, giving the middle finger in my thumbnail, was a step too far. Maybe we're not friends no more.
To be fair, though, anything, if it's WB trailer-wise, I would just, like, try my best to, like, not put it in there. Like, I will, like,
it was the song of all things, though.
Stuff like that.
It was the cheap song in the background, the do-do-do-do-do-do.
Oh!
That soft, like, Mortal Kombat theme in the background, which is funny because we've been doing that for, like, 3 years already on the Kombat Kings. Like, way before then. We had the soft, like, lo-fi version of Mortal Kombat. And now they're doing it because we're the best.
Of it, thank you very much to the random YouTuber who made that. It's a great remix. And also the intro.
He's not random. We love him.
I do play the theme, but it's only like less than 4 or 5 seconds with sound effects, so that's why it's fine. Ironically, though, my Mortal Kombat 1995 review video, I do play Mortal Kombat theme song in that, but there's a lot of like in between sound effects and stuff like that, and it was fine. But it got copyright claimed just recently, so that video has been unfortunately donezoed. At least the video's been out for like years now, so I'm a bit okay with that.
This is one thing we can hope will turn around. I don't know what Paramount is like when it comes to their copyright abuse, if they have any. So hopefully,
turn around, but sure.
Hopefully, it might be like I'd love to just see like a Paramount executive. Well, it won't be an executive; it'll be some lower management type of person, just like kicking the door in at Warner Bros. And going, "All right, enough of this bullshit. You release all those strikes." Bullshit. It's a trailer. It's a fucking trailer. We want people to react to the trailer to build hype. You idiots. This is why you're going out of business. You dipshits. You ruined a cinematic legacy with this stupid bullshit. Fuck you.
I think it's also an oversight. I don't think it's on purpose. I think by default, there's a list of things that get copyright claimed, and WB doesn't do their due diligence to like take that off the list, is probably what it actually is, if I had to guess. I don't think they do. Obviously, they're not manually claiming every single video because that would take forever.
Well, no, obviously.
Yeah. So it's some bot doing it, which is still stupid. Now, Snake could still be right, and then like they tell the bot to search, and if that's the case, then they're actually stupid. Amateurs, all of you, big amateurs.
I don't think they give a shit, honestly.
Let's just set the record straight here. If that is the case, they're stupid. Get rid of that first part. They are stupid regardless. We know this.
You made Jade
it's why
bald.
they had to be bought up. It's why they had to be bought up by Paramount to begin with.
Yeah. And now it's going to be fixed from now on. Fingers crossed.
So the trailer, right? So there's a new trailer that came out. And oh my gosh, it's so exciting! It actually did break the first trailer was already like quote unquote breaking records in terms of its views when it first came out. This trailer actually has gone triple the amount of views from the first trailer already, apparently.
Oh man!
I mean, people are hyped. You know, at least there's that. At least people are very excited for this movie.
I am absolutely convinced that the reason the film got delayed was because of the
merger,
the bidding wars and the buyouts.
Yeah.
That way you can be like, oh, well, pretty much, well, if you buy us, you get this like big, successful franchise getting a new hit movie coming out soon. Whereas if they brought it out before that and it didn't do well, because it might not do well, but if it comes out before then, it's like, oh, well, this property is not as valuable, this company is not as valuable. So they don't want to sabotage it by potentially fucking it up.
I have an objection to that, and the reason is because this merger isn't even through yet. This shit is happening in like 2027. They're just announcing who's winning.
No, but they have ultimately they've made the deal. They've finalized who's going to be doing it. Now they just need to work out the specifics. But
and Netflix backed out
it's a case
too.
of So they did want people to view this as a valuable company, valuable IP, and if it had come out and it had bombed, that would have been damaging to them.
You're saying because it hasn't bombed yet, so that's why.
I'm not saying it will bomb. I'm just saying that they spent a lot of money on this film, presumably, what they've got left, and you don't want to risk sabotaging it because it would be fairly high profile if a Mortal Kombat film bombed. Not as much as, say, DC, but it's still going to be one where like, oh, that's a stain on the reputation right here, right before a potential buy, and it's like, do we really want to buy this company right now when
there's nothing in the works?
Exactly.
Yeah,
but this hot new film coming out. It could also be why they're fast tracking the DC film so much. Like, so Superman was last year, Supergirl is this year. I'm not sure if Man of Tomorrow's next year or later this year as well.
No, not this year. It's like next year, from what I recall.
They're really just like blazing through a lot of this.
Meanwhile,
stuff,
the slander has begun. There's so much misinformation online right now. They're trying to say, "Oh, James Gunn's saying that if this merger happens, he'll leave," and it's like, no, he didn't.
He's going back to Marvel. Oh my gosh.
By the way, so Snake, I just want to verify real quick that it's working.
But yeah, Dog's been having trouble for a while with trying to get his webcam to work on OBS. He somehow managed to magic wizard his way into getting it to work this time.
Finally.
Normally, he has to stream his OBS, and so we have to zoom in on his tiny little OBS screen to see him.
And now, whenever he does this, the camera won't close up to him anymore. Finally, so
hopefully not.
It's no more. See exactly.
Nope.
Hey. Classic dog. There we go. There he is. Hey.
No, it's still doing it. It's okay though.
You know when I said before we start recording that I think the bit has run its course? It's not run its course. It's still fucking hilarious.
Now it's funny again. By the way, I just hit a second record button, so I think now it's finally recording. I think before just the OBS was recording. the virtual camera, and now they're both recording.
Anyways, if he didn't record, it doesn't matter, because all we gotta say is, what did you guys think about the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer 2? And it's spelled like I very adorably.
Well, Sonic, if you want to know what we think of the trailer, you can go watch our videos.
Yeah.
Do you want to skip this?
I'm excited for the movie. I will say one thing. I didn't critique hard enough because I'm trying to be mostly positive in my reaction videos. I think the mask transformation is very stupid. Not because it's a transformation in general. That's like whatever. I understand they want to see the actors' faces. They want them to be comfortable, whatever. And it's probably easier to speak and stuff without a muffled mask. I get it. But my issue is how it transforms on. It looks MCU. Like it's the microbots, the nanotech from Iron Man. And it shouldn't. It should be magical, like whoosh, or something. And it's not.
So
Yeah.
I recorded a reaction video myself just in case if Reptile shows up or if the trailer was interesting enough. I thought like the trailer was so like it's fine. It's if it's a good trailer, but the issue is just like it really is just the first trailer, just with a couple of extra clips extending some of those action scenes they have already shown us, because obviously they're keeping secrets, and this trailer was probably never supposed to exist in the first place.
Oh,
But
we got a character
really
reveal too, which I didn't notice the first time. But yeah, go on.
We did. But let me continue.
Yeah.
My reaction really boils down to just I cannot stop laughing at the mass transition. Like that's about like an entire minute of that, and just being like, where the fuck is Cole Young? Where is he? What?
He's
the hell?
dead,
But
yo.
yes,
He's so fucking dead in this movie. It's not even a meme anymore. He's
mass
so done
transition-
for.
He's absolutely getting murked by Noob Saibot to raise the stakes in like the first 20 minutes or so.
There is something about Cole Young.
I hope he gets
that-
Deadly Alliance. That'd be very funny because we now should we spoil who the new character is they revealed?
You see him in the
everything?
trailer. To be fair, we always know Quan Chi's in this movie, but yes, now we see him in the trailer.
We did?
Yeah.
In the actor list, he's always been announced. Yes.
Yeah,
We have known that Quan Chi-
Oh, but they
the
never
cast
showed
list
his face
ages
or
ago.
anything in that big
No.
reveal,
Yeah.
so it's kind of a bit of a
it-
secret. But yeah, I gotcha.
They
But now we have
announced
Quan
like
Chi and
Jared and like Kid Katana, but so even though they don't have like posters, we know these characters are here.
I pray to God my tweet is still up or I predicted something, because if I end up being right, we got to do that meme of like the pen lighting the paper on fire. You know,
What
because
did
I
you
said,
predict
wouldn't it be
here?
wild? My exact Twitter tweet was, wouldn't it be wild if Cole Young dies in the exact same way Liu Kang died in Deadly Alliance, where they jump him and like he dies and then like the movie starts, like he dies really early on. And I'm like, bruh, could you imagine? Because they know that we don't like Cole Young. So it's a very easy way to introduce the Deadly Alliance, to just kill him off. And then...
You know, actually, here's a thought I just realised. So we don't know for sure that Johnny is going to ever meet Cole, because what we've seen of Cole is him sparring. I don't think John.
No,
I don't
he's
think
in the
Johnny's in that
background.
shot.
He was in the background
Are
in the
you
same
sure?
room. Like I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure? Because if not, that would be very fun. If it's like the opening like 10 minutes is that, and then it's like, oh no, our hero has died. Our great strategist who led us to victory last time. Oh, we need to go get Johnny Cage.
Because he can design a movie set. He knows how to position people in the films. He knows how to position warriors on the battlefield. Exactly.
And Raiden's like, he also has the exact same power as Cole Young, and it's, you know, because it's the same power.
It's just green.
And it's like, yeah, it's the same but green. It's like, okay, we can work with that.
You reminded me of a very cringe comment I see all over the different reaction videos and stuff of somebody saying, I just realized Johnny Cage is like Batman. He's a regular dude fighting all these super powered people. And I'm like, who the fuck are you, fake fan? Johnny Cage has had powers since day one, you fucking idiot. What do you mean?
Calm down, dog. I get what they're saying. What they're
Fake
saying is
fans
more
everywhere,
like
my goddamn stream, these fucking normies. Sorry, go ahead.
what they're saying is
So-
more
so-
he's like
sorry,
a regular
sorry,
Joe. Sorry, go.
Sonic, you don't understand. Dog also understands what they're saying. That's why he's so mad.
He's also not a regular Joe. He's like a prize fighter.
I meant like in the comparison of all the amazing martial artists and superpowers people, he's just like an actor. That's what makes him interesting in that aspect. And he's good.
But he's supposed
That's
to
the
be a
thing
really
that's-
good martial artist.
That's
Yeah,
the
he's
thing that
Jean-Claude
makes
Van
him cool.
Damme.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
But what I'm
He's it's such a weird
He
comparison.
has all
to
the
make.
belts and shit from all of his championships in the later games. Like, he wears the belt.
It's like I kind of see the angle. It's like, okay, how
No,
can
they're
Johnny
fucking...
Cage,
Just call him wrong, Sonic. Just call him wrong. It's
This is
fine.
like the appeal of Johnny Cage even back in the day. It's like he's just he's a martial artist like actor going against like mythical creatures and winning. Like that's
Ah.
like I see the
Fair enough.
angle.
That's fair. I always thought the appeal was
You know
like
who
a
else
cocky
is?
little douche
Liu
nozzle.
Kang. Liu Kang is also
Liu Kang can turn
just
into a fucking
dude.
dragon. He's got fireball powers and shit.
Oh, let's bring the fireball powers into it. And the animalities. You know, things that Johnny Cage doesn't have.
He has it in the movie. Liu Kang can literally have a fire fucking dragon and shit and whatnot.
I am excited to see where that goes. We see like he straight up flaming bukake's Shao Kahn's
Cabal.
face on the floor there, just
yes,
flaming
that
bust
part.
all load all over his face. So is he gonna survive that? And if so, did
He'll
no
be
one think to
fine.
take his mask off? Is his mask
There are
like
people who are
magical and protects
saying,
him?
is that how he dies and did they spoil it? There are people saying that in the comments. I don't think so, but
I doubt it. He's gonna get up on
No,
that
surely
somehow.
not.
First off, I'm still very suspicious they're gonna let Katana kill him. Like Katana's gonna somehow get the finishing blow. I'm still very suspicious of
about-
that.
Is he even
Yeah.
gonna die in this movie, Shao Kahn? Like, because that would be
It'd be
pretty
kind of cool if he didn't
fast.
actually. Be kind of
Because
cool
if
if he
Shao
didn't.
if Shao Kahn dies, we're not doing the invasion plot and we're gonna move straight to Shinnok. Theoretically speaking.
But yeah, Liu Kang does some badass stuff in these trailers. Like the giant twin dragons are on the pillars, like a giant that I guess become one big ultra dragon because we see like Shao Kahn getting hit by a giant wave of fire. And then he has like the fire right in the face and all that stuff. It's so odd that Liu Kang is still a side character. That's still so bizarre to me. Anyway.
His fight with Kung Lao looks like it's gonna be very cool, at least. Like that, like the portal stage in the background and stuff. Like that looks sick, especially compared to like the first movie. Like their sets are way more mundane and stuff. Like I do want to see how that.
Let's realize
factors
something.
out.
If you go to the trailer and go to just before the 2-minute mark, you get the bit where Scorpion throws his spears
Yeah.
and it like hits Noob Saibot, and then it cuts back to Scorpion, so you can go get over here and just be really weird and awkward. But I realised the Superman in Justice League-esque way they've like color corrected his armor to it was like bright yellow.
Yeah.
That's only the case in one of those shots. So it's like natural colors. It hits Noob, but then it cuts back and he's just bright yellow.
Wait.
Like, it's not even consistent.
Awesome.
Trying to see this. Oh my gosh! Wait, you're right.
It's so strange.
It's
Damn
like
it.
in my 3D programming because I want to close up and like the lighting is a bit more and stuff like that to make it look like better and stuff like that. It's minor, but yeah, go ahead. What are you gonna say, dog?
It's minor. So, I think Raiden's going to be gone for most of this movie. That's just what I predict because
What,
I don't
sealed
think
inside
so.
the amulet?
it seems like he tries to stop Shang Tsung from resurrecting Kung Lao because he clearly wants Kung Lao to fight on his behalf in the tournament, like for Outworld or something. And Raiden's trying to stop him from reviving Kung Lao for these purposes. I think Shang Tsung goes, "Yo, bitch, amulet," and Raiden goes, "No, normies aren't going to understand this reference," and gets sucked into the portal, into the amulet. And then for the whole film, he's going to be gone, I think, because they realize it's like when they killed Flash in the Injustice movie, because they're like, well, he can just rewind time, so we got to get rid of him. I think it's the same dumb logic in this movie. Like, well, Raiden could fix all the problems, so we've got to just get rid of him early on in the movie.
I don't know.
I don't know too. Yeah.
Because he's clearly a stickler for the rule. Like, he'll follow the rules to the letter, even when everyone else is breaking them, as established in the previous film. And I feel like they wouldn't have given him this outfit that looks more like a combatant's outfit if he wasn't going to actually have some stuff to do in the tournament.
I agree with
I mean,
Snake
if
here.
I had a
feel like
bingo
he's
chart,
gonna
I'm going to put
be-
on my bingo chart, Raiden does nothing. That's my bingo chart.
Actually, yeah, have a fun bingo chart. Yeah, that could be fun.
Yeah, we
We
should.
should do that. We should have, closer to the release, we should have an episode where we make a bingo card. Like, when the Super Best Friends did the one for Detroit Become Human, before they did the Let's Play of it.
Oh, that sounds really fun.
That's like a ball of video. We should rip them off as well. We should rip off everyone who's a group of 3. We should
Yes.
just rip them all off.
We should come up with a list of things that we want to put on the bingo chart. I feel like that's not going to happen. I agree with Snake, because it feels like in the trailers and stuff, they're emphasizing Raiden more. He's going to do more compared to the first movie. That is the feeling I'm getting from the vibes and stuff. But hey, if you want to you want to predict this, if you want to predict Quan Chi killing Ko Young, so what's up, dog?
No, I'm just laughing at what I finally watched the part that Snake was talking about. Go on.
Oh,
The color correction, yeah.
It's just so immediately obvious when Snake points it out. Like, he just becomes Mustard Man out of nowhere.
like boop, very
It looks
yellow.
so bad. Like you think they would have learned after the color correction on Justice League where Superman was fucking radioactive? It looked terrible.
Oh, Snake, they'll never lure.
No.
They'll never lure.
Wait, is this like you guys talk about the Justice League, the original cut, right?
Yes.
Okay, the more colorful version of it.
Obviously, Snyder's version, when Snyder shot his stuff, it was meant to be like the dark look that
Yes.
BVS had in Man of Steel. But then they wanted to make it more light-hearted, more like the Avengers, to be more successful. People would like it, and so they color corrected it after filming, and that doesn't look good. It never looks good. It
Very
looks
saturated.
terrible.
Yes, indeed. It do look terrible.
I did think it was funny in your reaction, dog, when you thought Shang Tsung was soul sucking Raiden.
Oh, did I say soul
don't
sucking?
suck his soul. No, you thought the amulet. You said it was like he was sucking his soul, but it was the
okay.
amulet. But you were in the trailer.
Well,
No, don't suck his
God
soul.
forbid,
To be
I'm
fair-
I didn't catch that when they haven't even introduced Shinnok yet.
I just thought it was funny.
when I did my reaction video that I ended up scrapping, I thought the same thing. It was only when I went back for the second attempt I was like, oh, actually no, it's not green, it's blue.
Yeah.
And it starts to change the effect. It looks like he's holding the amulet. You can just about see it, but just watching it through the first time, you're not going to notice. Only when you go through frame by frame, you're going to go, oh, that's it.
Is that also the only scene Shang Tsung has been in throughout this entire, like both trailers?
Just that and the brief bit of a fight where Raiden does the torpedo and launches him into the camera.
Okay.
So he launched him into the camera like the end of Paranormal Activity.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that the one you remember? I know that scene. That's the ending, right?
Yeah.
That's such a specific one. That's good. So I wonder if there's
good
some
point,
sort of
though.
secret with Shang Tsung that they don't want to reveal about. They're hiding stuff. I'm happy about that. At least they're hiding stuff. But that's definitely like very interesting how much they're not showing Shang
now.
Tsung and Ko Young. For now, there is going to be a final trailer, by the way. There is news that
of
there is going to be a final trailer, which again, I don't really want to like keep watching these guys. I don't want to get spoiled, but it's not. It's
No.
okay. It's really fine at least. They haven't been spoiling things at least. But yeah, if you got anything else you guys have interest in saying, because I have two very, very, very cool and new information that I gained by watching interviews recently that came out that I will share later on.
Hold that thought for 30 seconds while I use the boys' room. Or just keep talking. That's fine too.
All right.
All right. So that reptile scene though, Sonic. Oh,
Woo!
what did you think of that part? The
Let's
reveal.
go.
And he's dressed like a ninja too. Like he's not just
Finally!
Like, he's,
They're gonna do what they did with Sizoth and Mortal Kombat 1.
And they called him Reptile this time. So do you think they're gonna like be like, oh well, it's two different people? That was Sizoth. This is Reptile, a different person.
That'd be so smart.
Do you think it's gonna be? Or do you think it's gonna be Death is just another portal? And then he'll literally come out of a portal and go, hi, I'm Reptile now. Don't dead name me.
I am.
And it's gonna be one of those weird jokes you look at and go, I'm surprised I got past like the senses and whatnot. It seems like it's like a really like poor taste joke in the current economic climate. You would think that they wouldn't do something like that, but for some reason they decided that he was gonna make this weird trans joke. I don't know. It's weird.
I was gonna say like he's gonna avenge his fallen brother Sizoth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. At the end he's gonna go. Sizoth was my brother. I am Chameleon.
Dun dun dun.
And it's gonna be one of those bits. It's like when in Cage Match when Jennifer Grey's like, I'm Serena, and it's like if you're not a fan of MK, you have no idea the significance of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. They're really counting on people already knowing who these characters are. And Serena is an obscure one, so that's an extra ballsy like move, because Serena's only been in like 2 games, technically. So
Recently? Yeah, I guess so. Although, to be fair, Mortal Kombat fans are like degenerately very into their lore, so I feel like any Easter eggs and stuff, any moments will definitely like be very easy.
there's a reason why I put Serena at like one of the top rows in my overrated characters tier list, because I'm like, y'all just think she's hot, and I think she's a cool, interesting character in terms of like potential. She's potential woman. I just realized she has the potential. Yeah,
Potential woman.
What the reason people like her is because they're like, yo, her and Bihan, she can fix him.
Nice.
And it's like, I sincerely reached a point where I don't see the romantic interest. I view it as she just wants to get out of hell. This is a guy who can help her get out of hell because he's not from here.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't see it as a romantic thing.
Yeah.
But people insist, no, they're lovers. They're supposed to be together. You don't. That's why people. That's the most reason people have for hating Sector at this point.
Yeah.
It's, she's interfering with the Bihan Serena thing, and it's like, get over it, guys. It's not going to happen.
I'm not gonna lie.
mean,
It would
other
go
than
so hard if in Mortal Kombat 2 or whatever they want to call it, the sequel game, that Serena, because she's been made good by Ashra, if she
Yeah.
does fall in love with Bihan when he's Noob Saibot, and there's a love triangle, and like Sector wants him to stay him because she's already kind of she's already escaped the friend zone. She wants to stay close to him, so she's gonna keep saying, no, do what you want to do. And then it ends up like Serena wins this tug of war and brings him back to Sub-Zero. Like and like he becomes Sub-Zero again, and like they're dating. I would unironically love that stupid ass love triangle in the middle of my Mortal Kombat game. And this pushes Sector to go full cyborg and make the Cyber Initiative because she's so pissed. And people are like, "What are you doing, Sector?" And she goes, "Making him regret it." And just like montage of all the Cyber Lin Kuei behind her.
You actually are
funny.
unironically kind of cooking here or something.
It's very funny, really entertaining. It'd be like better than anything they came up with for Chaos Reigns. However, the problem is that requires NetherRealm to view Bihan as a character, and he's not.
That
He
requires
has
Bihan
no
to grow as a
personality.
character, and unfortunately,
He must
double
be
down on
hilariously
not
evil
doing
man.
that.
Yeah.
Do you guys actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna read it right now. Our most thumbs up Q&A question on our freaking on the board that we asked. This is the most thumbs up we've gotten. It's so related to what we just said here. And this person says, "Why are all of you so adamant in never exploring new era Bihan deeper? He's always taken at complete face value, never investigated deeper, and always rejected through new era Dom bad prejudice. Why aren't we exploring this new Bihan more, guys? It's like, are we the villains for not looking into this character more? Are we just being so surface level for this character, guys? Like, come on, we gotta do better, right? Right, boys? Right, Combat Kings?"
Tell me you've never watched a single video by any of us without telling me you've never watched a single video by any of us. What the fuck are you talking about?
We love talking about Bihan.
We're not saying they shouldn't do it. We're saying they won't because we have zero faith in them. Just like you clearly have zero faith with your new era Dom. Oh no, you're saying we have a prejudice against Dom and therefore we think that they shouldn't explore it. No, we're saying they won't explore it.
Oh, maybe that's
because they don't.
Dom.
They have a track record of not exploring it any deeper.
Yeah.
He's been in 3 of these fucking story modes, 4 if you count Chaos Reigns as a separate one, and they've never done anything with him beyond he's a bad guy. He's never even said, like, "Good job, brother." Not even that. He has no character.
Only in the
There is
side
one.
game, and it was a fake out. Only in the one you liked, the Onslaught. But it was a fake out.
Yeah.
That's the one time he was good and nice
Yeah.
to his brother, and it was all an act.
There actually is one moment, and it was in Mortal Kombat 1 Chapter 8, where after he defeats Natara and Ermac, he goes up to Scorpion and Smoke and they're like, "Are you guys okay? Good. We now must march on." And it's like, that is it. That is the only time he has ever said anything nice to his brothers.
So tsundere.
Basically.
He's so tsundere. See, listen,
And it's
I have such a little bias towards Dominic that I never even mention him by name because I forget that he's the writer. I just say the writer of Mortal Kombat 11 or the writers of Mortal Kombat. So I don't have any bias towards him. I just know that Bihan has not only been generically evil the whole time, but the other characters give him the chance to have dimension, and he goes, no. Like when Liu Kang goes, it was never your motivation that was bad, it was the means by which you achieve your goals. And Noob Saibot clearly ponders it like, and then still, like, gets in a big dumb fight with Liu Kang and gets imprisoned and stuff. And it's like, okay, so... Which, by the way, I stand with Noob Saibot on his reasoning there. He's like, no, he's too powerful to let live. And he's like, but we could kill millions. And it's like, first off, Liu Kang, it's probably at least billions because it's a whole fucking planet. Scrub. Also, though, that we've seen what this realm looks like. It's mostly crazy psycho people all being crazy psychos. So it's kind of okay if...
But you don't understand. They need to go back for Ornan the dragon, and I don't know, the snail, other characters that we care about in that other universe. Ooh, but yeah, I 100%
It's got backwards flowing water.
Yeah,
it's worth preserving.
It's like I would like to analyze Bihan more. The potential man meme. I would love to apply it to him.
He tried. Did you not watch the fucking Bihan chapter of his extensive M1K Suck series?
Yeah.
Like the fact they didn't explore it was basically the turning point for it going from doesn't suck to sucks.
Yeah.
It's like it's almost like whenever I try to wish for something more with Bihan's character, NRS doubles down on just being like, no, he's just an asshole who wants to rule the world. And then an entire expansion comes out where they can explore Bihan's character more, and the conclusion is, no, they're doubling down on no, he's just an asshole who wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Bihan. It's like we want him to be better, but that's exactly what they're giving to us.
I want to address this new era Dom bad prejudice. We don't talk about Dominic Cianciolo. Like I've done it in the past in regards to MK11. I probably talked about him a bit when it came to 1 because he carried on as a writer. But it's something I've tried to move away from and try to... And that's why I tried... I think even in the 11 critique, I said the writers and even addressed... Because it's not all going to be because of the writers. Sometimes they're just given a shit hand. Because you can see the parts where they're basically rebelling against the constant resetting. Like, they want to continue these arcs that have been set up. They did a whole video about that. And, Dominic is doing that. He's like, well, Lee May, this is her arc, this is Melina's. These can carry on even with this timeline reset. And at some point it's going to be Warner Bros. Decisions or Ed Boon or whatever the case. So it's not always going to be them. So we don't criticize them as individuals. It's broadly the writing, because the writing is the problem, not necessarily the individuals, and that's how we try to approach it. We may slip up from time to time. I've probably slipped up a few times. I don't think Sonic has, I don't think Dawg has, but we try to be fair, and when you're going at it fairly, they do consistently make Bihan just this flat, generic villain character, even though they introduce setups for he could change. Like, the corruption from Havoc, that could have made him realize, this pursuit of power is bad, I need to change my ways. Or Sector humanized him through her love. None of it matters. He's still the same generic piece of shit he's been since 2011. And as Sonic said, the one time they did anything interesting with him was in Onslaught, where he's like, you saved me from the corruption, my brother. Let's work together to beat up these guys. And then it turns out, no, he was faking it. He was an asshole the whole time.
The amount of thirsting for him.
It doesn't matter which game, which timeline. He's just a piece of shit. The only thing he has going for him is the fact that, thanks to his face model, he is conventionally attractive in the current game.
And I think they also like the bad boy factor, which is not a good look for a lot of you lady fans out there. It's not a good look that you're thirsting after the most toxic male in the game. I'm just saying.
Hey, you're a Jury fan. You can't say much about that, dog.
But I admit that she's toxic. I don't go, I can fix her. I admit the character is it's fun because she's evil. I remember someone did a montage on Twitter, why is he so mean and angry? I'm crying. Because they're upset that he's not happy. And it's a montage of Noob Saibot just shoving and pushing people for 2 minutes straight during Chaos Raids. Pulls his hand away from Sector. Wait, I just realized something. Oh my god. Someone needs to do the edit. This is not a political thing, I promise. But have y'all seen the meme of the ice puncher? The kid? He's like, okay. And he slaps his... does the punch.
I know about that.
It's a big meme. It's like this kid in a school. He goes to punch the cameraman and goes, okay. And he slaps his hand before doing the punch. Noob Saibot does that when he tries to punch Liu Kang. He goes... So he legit does the ice puncher.
Yes, ice.
That's pretty good.
That's why, because he used to have ice powers. It's just,
Exactly. I'm pointing as hard as I can right now, because... Snake is right.
He does. It's very deeper commentary. I remember I did read a comment that someone said, and it was like, everything about Bihan is done very well in Mortal Kombat 1, except for his personality and story. Oh, no, except for his story. Everything else about his design and his I guess in a way his mannerisms and stuff like that, they like. It's just a story that sucks, basically. So it's just take him, the character, the fighting game character, out of the story, and then they can fawn over him.
Make the dating sim, like I've been saying. You're sitting on a gold mine here, NetherRealm. Make the Mortal Kombat dating sim. Or just do it Street Fighter 6, where they text you on the phone, and you get little messages from them.
And your choices in the dating sim, will lead to either the good ending, the redemption ending where he becomes a good guy, or the corruption arc where you make him worse and he becomes Noob Saibot.
And he could be unintentionally thirst trapping without knowing it because he's just so ignorant. You'd be like, what are you doing right now, Bihan? Sends a pic of him meditating shirtless, and he's meditating. And isn't aware that he's thirst trapping.
or is there like trying to put you down like you're not in shape like me? Like this is what you should be aiming for, and he's just like shirtless and sweaty. And you know when the one hair comes down and it looks so sexy and it's like he has no idea he's doing it. He's just like this is the body you should be aiming for. You fat piece of shit. But then your player's like thank you Grandmaster. Please send more pictures so I can study so I can understand.
It's never gonna happen. But
absolutely.
now I want someone to animate the Jujutsu Kaisen meme where Noob Saibot has his clone just punching the shit out of somebody while he's in front of the camera and does the hair thing.
Just gets the hair. I actually did want to animate that, but I want to know. I need a scenario to, like maybe Titan Havoc is punching Liu Kang like when he beats him up, but he does this.
No, you do the exact thing Dog said, but it's for when he's like beating up Titan Havoc or his no, it's when he just murders the Chaos Scorpion and Sub-Zero.
Yes.
Well, instead of censoring it, show this, and he's just there like that, and then Cybot said punching.
Oh, that would be
and
very
it's just them two getting beaten up. But also, I'd like to make the observation. Even Chaos Scorpion and Sub-Zero are like looking at Noob Saibot the way he acts towards his Scorpion. They're just kind of like, what's wrong with this guy?
They were like, maybe we should let them fight each other, basically. That's
like the insane Chaos versions with the insane mohawks and stuff. Those two are just like, damn, this guy's got issues.
This is why also in my chapter 15 video I brought up like the reason why out of all the alternate universe characters out there, why there specifically are so many fan arts of Union of Light Bihan is because that's a good Bihan. Like, oh my gosh, a good Bihan. Draw fan art of him right now. The potential of this Bihan meeting the Scorpion in that universe and comics and stuff like that and fan arts and whatnot. I don't think I've seen that many like Union of Light fan arts of except for Bihan because that's what they want. That's what the fans actually want.
I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly, I did write a chapter of MK Chronicles about him where he shows up during the fight to help Scorpion and Smoke against his evil Noob Saibot counterpart.
Ooh.
Because it's like that's one of the things they could have done with that chapter, but unfortunately, they didn't. I mean, it would have been a lot of work to give everyone their own unique thing going on in that chapter, but it would have been cool to see a couple, just like some unique scenarios. Like you just go in and you don't just instead of just punching out like a random Kenshi, it's like oh no, Smoke is about to get killed by someone. Sub-Zero just comes in and like grabs that person and like slams him into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Literally potential man meme here. Like this is the gold mine. Like this is why people write a bunch of fan fiction, write a bunch of things to fix this character as much as possible. Because he literally is the potential man meme.
By the way, I just realized someone did an Invincible Think Mark edit, but with this meme where it's like different characters through fiction, like punching the shit out of someone while doing their hair.
Oh, I just saw Omni-Man. Yeah, this is great. I really like this.
I gotta pause this later and watch it. God damn it, I love this I love when shit like this happens.
Yeah, every week there's a new meme with Jujutsu Kaisen. But anyways, I hope you're happy with our Bihan discussion. We went more deep into his character, good sir. And all 6 of you who gave a thumbs up and made this the highest rated comment on our Q&A. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for that question. It was it gave us some really good content. I think it was a fucking stupid question. You should feel ashamed of yourself.
we thank you for that interesting question, Mike.
I'm just cool. Acting like Bihan the way he is. Mm-hmm. It's not my fault that I'm written to be an irredeemable piece of shit.
If we lose, it will be due to your incompetence.
Fuck you, Tomas. There's a reason. Tomas. Fuck you, Tomas.
Explore deeper.
Became like the thing. He doesn't say it, but he might as well have.
Yes.
Fuck you, Tomas. You're not my real brother.
But anyways, would you guys like to hear some cool new interviews that came out about the movie that I think will?
Yeah. Yes, please.
We'll go back to this because I've got some very interesting insight here that I think you guys will be. Two things have happened recently that I think is very interesting. So the first thing that happened is there have been 2 interviews that came out recently, and the main reason I want to bring them up is for one reason really. But the first interview is about Todd Garner interviewing Ed Boon, and it's called The Producer's Guide with Ed Boon. It's about 1 hour. And the first half of the interview talks about how Ed Boon started with John Tobias and everything that led up to Mortal Kombat, like the creation of the first game and how it kept on going and their behind the scenes. It's a pretty good interview overall. But the second half of the interview they start to go talking about the new movie. So they'll say things like, oh, it's like now Ed Boon has more hands-on experience with the film. He's like he has more. He's on set. He's talked to the actors. He's actually more deliberate with like connecting, like doing things basically. So he'll say things like, oh, it's like it was amazing seeing the actor playing Shao Kahn on the live screen. It's like, oh, it's like it feels like he just came from the games. It's like, wow, look how huge he is. It's amazing. And I got to play a part and all that kind of stuff. But the thing I really want to bring up, and it's not just Ed Boon. This section here I've noticed has been going on with more actors too, and also Ed Boon, because you kind of remember a couple months ago I talked about how Todd Garner has been kind of downplaying the first movie to hype up this movie. So in interviews he'll talk about, oh, yeah, the first movie, we had COVID restrictions, there were some, we never got to show this to test audiences, and it's like we couldn't completely get everything we wanted out there, but we learned from our experiences, we learned from the mistakes, and we're going to take that and make the better movie. So that's what Mortal Kombat 2 is going to be. So in a lot more recent interviews he's been saying this, but now I've been catching other people saying this too who are working on this movie. So when Todd asked Ed Boon about what was it like being more hands-on with this production and stuff like that? And for the most part, we all know here, Ed Boon really did not promote that first movie much at all. Like he did not tweet about it much. He didn't have any interviews about it. He may have retweeted some things, but for the most part, nothing.
Remember, while M1K got costumes to celebrate this movie, the MK11 was the one that was out at the time when the last film came out, and it got nothing. I mean, Scorpion's Revenge didn't either, but there was nothing for those films. They were like, we want to do the nostalgia stuff instead. We want to do the 95, when they could have just been like, well, let's just get in Kung Lao and Kano from this new movie, because people like them, and get them to, they could have done something like that, but we got nothing from the film. And I don't think they even, because I know Scorpion's Revenge did get a little in-game notification like Scorpion's Revenge out now. Oh. I don't think 2021 got even that. There was basically nothing.
Wasn't there a bundle with the movie or with the game? I forgot.
Yeah, but that would have been on Warner Bros. End. It had nothing to do with the MK team. It was just the movie and the game together. I actually have that here.
Oh, cool. But essentially, in this interview, Ed Boon is very careful, I would say. He was very nice. Yeah. So they have a little bit of that. A little bit of connections, at least. It is crazy that there's no skins in Mortal Kombat 11, for promoting, but they did this. It is pretty crazy. I would say he was pretty careful to not shit-talk the first movie, but there was one line that I caught that I thought was very funny. So basically, when Todd asked, well, how does it feel to be more hands-on in the movie? And he kind of said, okay, well, when we were doing the first movie, it was a very crazy situation, and I'll quote exactly what he says here. At some point, I was like, okay, it is what it is, let's move on. So then when we started moving on the second movie, I'm like, I'm sorry, what did you just say? Ed, what did you what was that about the first movie? That's probably the most negative thing he said about the first movie on record. It's it is what it is, it happened, so we'll just move on. It's damn.
Remember, in the History of Mortal Kombat documentary that was in Deadly Alliance, they had the whole bit of, Hollywood smelled box office potential in the franchise, and Ed Boon saying, we were very happy with the first film. And then when it comes back, it's around this time Hollywood produced a second feature film, and it moves right along. It doesn't, not even Ed Boon going, yeah, they made a second movie. That's how big the franchise got. He just ignores it. I remember he also said, with the first film, not with the film, it's the first film. He's talking about, oh yeah, that first one, really good. Yeah, what about the second one?
So anyways, so again, like I was saying, it's not just Ed Boon. Recently I scrolled on Twitter and I was looking at, there was this one tweet that some guy was saying Mortal Kombat 1 failed where Mortal Kombat 2 is going to succeed because they listened to the fans and they're going to put Johnny Cage as the main focus because they listened, and where Mortal Kombat 1 failed, now this is going to be where Mortal Kombat 2 succeeds. And then underneath the comment, Lewis Tan is like, if Mortal Kombat 1 failed, then we wouldn't get a second movie. And then the the person originally said oh no, I don't mean financially, of course, my lord, my liege is.
It's too late. You already fucked up. It's too late.
Nice. Wait. The defense was I didn't mean financially. That's not the part he cares about. As an actor, he cares more about you saying that the film he starred in was bad.
But let me get to that first.
That's what he cares about.
There was something very
it's
funny.
It's too late. You already called the kid fat. Anyway.
But the person kind of backed off a bit, and I was like, I'm talking about, things in the movie that did not work out very well, whether it be like the editing or maybe some of these character development and all that kind of stuff. I'm not talking about financial management, of course. No, don't hate me, Louis Tan. But here's the funny thing. Louis Tan then replied to this guy and said, yeah, the editing pissed me off. The next one is way better. Another character going on record shit-talking the first movie.
God.
I choose to believe Louis Tan at some point was like, I wonder what people think of the Mortal Kombat movie. And then the first video he sees is Mortal Kombat 2021 sucks. And he's like, why? What's wrong with it? And he watches and it's like, oh my God, the editing was atrocious. I didn't even think of that.
Actually, I did get a comment from somebody who was mentioning, because in my review, I do mention at the very last fight when Scorpion fights Sub-Zero, Scorpion just has his mask on and he does this is where we end our fight, and he puts it back on, and then he takes it back on, talks, puts it back on, takes it off, uses the toasty for that fatality, takes it back off to say Japanese Ikoya, and then puts it back on. And someone was just saying they may have seen my video making fun of that because he just takes it on, takes it off, takes it off, takes it off. So they instead just digitally use the nano machines for Katana's mask.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they did. But to top it all off, there was a very great interview with Ludi Lin, the actor who plays Liu Kang, recently. And in a 1 hour interview, he talks about when he played the character in Power Rangers, and then Liu Kang, and then upcoming stuff. So he hypes up the movie, saying there's gonna be 27-ish fights in this movie. Get hyped. There's so many things that are awesome about this movie. And that's not the point I want to get to. The point I want to get to is when the interviewer asked him about his experience with the first movie. Obviously, he talked about some good things, whether it be some of the fight scenes, or the hardest scene he did was the dinner scene, when Kano activates his Arcana, because it's a scene with a lot of characters, and in order for they had to shoot everything, so it took a lot of hours, and they had to just keep fake eating that entire scene and stuff like that. So 8 hours of eating that entire scene would make them really full. Fun stories. But here's where the interview gets really funny. The interviewer asked, so what was your opinion about the Cabal and Liu Kang fight? What was your opinion about seeing your fatality on the big screen? And Ludi starts going oh yeah, the first movie, yeah. There was a lot of unfortunate things about behind the scenes of COVID. We didn't have enough prep time. The script didn't have enough time. The fight choreography wasn't scripted enough time and stuff like that. So on the day of the set, everything wasn't 100% completed. So there's a lot of unscheduled things about that sort of thing. So that's unfortunate. I'm sorry, what was the question? What was your opinion about your fatality on Cabal? Oh yeah, that was great, getting to see all the effects and stuff like that. But man, I guess because I'm watching my own movie and stuff like that. A lot of things got cut in the final product. It's we had a lot more fights and stuff like that. It didn't really, because it was the Sonya Melina fight, and we had to integrate it. But a lot of my stuff got cut, unfortunately, so that's a little unfortunate. He also says Sonya Melina fight when it's the Melina Ko-Young fight, and Sonya just shows up and shoots Melina. So I think maybe there was some things cut there too, perhaps.
Yeah.
But to be fair, well, unless he's thinking about the first fight.
No.
Where those two are fighting while he's fighting Cabal.
It's Liu Kang and Cabal because they're fighting together at the same set. So he's specifically talking about that fight. It's both fights are happening at the same time, and
yeah, that
a lot of my
in
stuff.
The film.
Well,
when Liu Kang fights Cabal the first time, it's Melina and Sonya also fighting.
He's talking about the Cabal Liu Kang fatality fight.
But maybe
that's the second one.
Maybe he cares so little about the first film that he's mixing it all up in his head and going, oh yeah, there's only one fight between these characters fight, and it's no, Ludi, you did 2 fight scenes. He goes, did it?
I guess, yeah. It was a pretty short one, the first one. But here's the biggest quote that I did see him say here. That I thought this quote was insane when he said it. I wrote it down here. Where is it? Okay. That's the difference between the second movie and the first one. Everything's bigger, but also everything is more complete. And I'm just sitting here being if it's one thing if one person kind of shit talks the first movie to hype up the second movie. This is 4 now. What happened 5 years later? Did everybody here start to kind of say yeah, that first movie really had its issues, didn't it? It's I don't know, it's very interesting to me to see these actors coming out 5 years later now, kind of talking about some of the negatives about that first movie, because there was so much good interviews of them hyping up that first movie, being oh, this is going to be the best video game movie ever. It's the violence, it's going to be R-rated, it's going to be the most insane thing. You're not going to believe what you're seeing. 5 years later, the editing sucked.
On the one hand, it could be a case of they know that fans took issue with a lot of stuff in the first film, and so they can basically kind of present it as we're one of you. We understand the problems. Ingratiate them. It's like, oh yeah, we know we've presented the front that we learned the mistakes. It could also be that they are just being completely sincere. Maybe there could have been some kind of thing in the contract that weren't allowed to shit talk the film. I could imagine a Hollywood studio saying you're not allowed to shit talk the film you're in, and then like 5 years later it's like, okay, that's over, you can do whatever you want. Or it could be a case of one person was just a bit more candid than the rest, and they were like, well, if they're saying that stuff, then I can be honest about it too. There could be any number of reasons. I don't think there's a conspiracy to it. I think it probably is a case of there were a lot of people frustrated, whether they're fans of the games or not. It's like aspects of the film that they worked on, got hampered in various ways. The delay of the film and the editing was kind of atrocious, as Mr. Tan says right there. So, yeah. Sometimes I just jabber on about whatever the fuck.
In a weird way, it's one thing if like the producer says these things to get you hyped, but the fact that like the actors are coming out and are talking about how they enjoyed like the second movie more than the first one, it does weirdly get me a little bit more excited about the second movie. Like, oh, maybe it is much better, even if the actors are not coming out being like, yeah, that first experience wasn't, but the second one, oh, there was a lot more. Like, there was no more rush things. Everything was completed. Everything, like they even said like. By the time the movie was done shooting, like basically there's no deleted scenes because everything on the script was very well utilized and all that kind of stuff. So that does, in a weird way, kind of gives me a bit more hope for the second movie being better. But it is really funny to me, just 5 years later, just seeing a lot more of these actors coming out and being like, yeah, there's some things we weren't happy about with that first movie. But now,
imagine a world where that third film back in the day got made, and then like a bunch of the actors was just shit talking Annihilation right after. Like, that film was a bit overstuffed. The fights weren't very good. The CGI was atrocious. But this one's going to be the real sequel.
Yeah,
this whole conversation brings me back. No, go ahead. You finish this. Sorry.
I was just trying to say, like, the most I got from interviews from the original actors that they said about Annihilation was just like, the one thing I wish we could have done is finish the effects, because the movie. Literally, we didn't finish the effects, and they were like, they did I don't know if you remember that, like, the Mask from Dream video situation, where, like, the really shitty music video was just, like, the YouTuber's dream saw it, and it was like, that looks good, release it! And the person's like, that's, like, the concept version, what the fuck? And it's like, the effects weren't finished, and they just released the movie. So they're saying, like, if we could finish the effects, I would have been more happy with Annihilation. That's the most you would hear the actors say about Annihilation, from what I've research about interviews and stuff. But what were you gonna say, Dog?
Oh, well, just like these, like all these actors and people who are paid for the movie, like trash talking it or indirectly shit talking it, reminds me of that whole Overwatch situation that's happening recently, where they're trying to change the face of the new character because they don't like how she looks all, I guess, chibi and like mannequin. But the voice actress herself for the character came out and also shit talked the character's design and said they should change it. And she made it this oddly emotional thing, like the fans deserve better, and I think we owe it to the fans to blah blah. And there was a great response, someone saying, imagine paying someone to voice act your new character. She turns around and shit talks the new character instead of just promoting it. And I'm like, it also doesn't help that she's like talking about. Yeah, I won't go into any more details, but that whole situation was very funny.
It's pretty.
What character is that?
Anran.
It's the Katana ripoff. She's Katana, but she has fire powers. Like
she's Katana, but she has Phoenix's abilities. Straight up, her ultimate is Phoenix too. It's like if you look at her kit, it's just straight up Phoenix. It's not even funny.
Which, to be fair, both companies go back and forth doing this, where they straight up rip off like other characters. Like Elsa Bloodstone is very close to Ash, like with a lot of her stuff.
Not gameplay though. Not gameplay at all.
Her ultimate's just Bob, isn't it? Like, go, Bob.
That's the similarity, but not gameplay. You think she's like Ash.
That's
like
gameplay.
Okay, it's like one
she also repositions herself with her rifle.
Yeah.
She can do more with it than Ash can.
Well, I mean, okay, if you play Ash, you're playing like a half sniper, half rifle character. You play Elsa, you're playing an assassin.
Well, yeah.
You never use that big gun. It's like
Sonic. Yes, they don't always do it like 1-to-1. But like there are obviously similarities. We can go, okay, well, this part of Diva is in Hulk. This part of Diva is in Penny Parker.
Yeah.
But they still do. There's a lot of stuff that is very similar to stuff in Overwatch.
I agree. Mm-hmm. But like gameplay, they are so different. It's like
Overwatch is more guilty of copying now that I think about it, because that one character that came out with the big sword was so similar to what's her name? Magic was so similar to Magic that I was kind of rolling. I was like, she has a spin move, a teleport spin move. She has a big this move. She's like, I got a demon form. This is just magic, like shamelessly. But yeah, this character had a huge controversy because her face doesn't look mature enough or something. She's too cutesy. Meanwhile, she is meant to be the sister to an existing character.
The concept art made her look way better.
Well, concept art always looks better. Like almost always, because it's 2D versus like a 3D rendering of the character. It's one specific angle. You know what I mean?
The other issue is also like, this is like the third or fourth character that they made look exactly like Kiriko. It's like her face is now, that's one thing too. People are sick and tired of like, we have Juno. She looks like Mercy. She looks like Kiriko. It's like you can swap all these faces and they look like they're like starting to get a little too identical. And it's like in the comics, or something like that, we've known she has like way better designs. So that's one thing that like people are complaining about.
See, if they're mature about it like that, I get it. But maybe it was a game of telephone where it would started off normal like that, and then the weirdos jumped on it and were like, "Oh my god, she looks like she's 4 years old." Blah blah, and it's like, shut the fuck up. Anyway, but
yeah, from what I've seen, I mean, like, you know, fans just want a better character design, yada yada. Anyways, that's Overwatch. That's funny, but
Sonic when he lies. Anyway,
what did I lie about? What? Okay,
I'm just kidding. I just want to keep the meme going.
Oh, hang on, I got the shit. I got this video I saved. Okay, I'll just send it right now. You guys might have a good laugh out of this one.
Hang on, why is she like fanning herself with
fire?
A burning fan? That's going to make her hotter. Is she stupid?
It looks sexy, Snake. It's okay.
What's funny is that this meme is just Tekken 8.
But the video is very funny, like as it goes on.
Oh
okay,
my
that
God.
does not look like her though. The one with the igloo. Sorry, the ice girl from like season 1. It doesn't look like her. Yeah.
May is different enough, yeah, but it is
Yeah.
just
Fucking Mercy.
one.
Oh my god, oh my god, it looks like Tracer actually. That's funny.
It does, right?
Oh!
Just adds a Torbjorn.
Nice. That guy was such a fucking menace when the game first came out. Sorry, we're not going to go on that tangent, but guy got play of the game every game by not doing anything.
5 Torbjorns and a support. That meta.
That last shot is basically what everyone would imagine. You go, okay, well the next hero, Brigitte, she's going to be Torbjorn's daughter. And everyone's like, this is what she'll look like.
No, she's not a short stack queen. We could have had a short stack queen, but that's not what we got. Damn
Okay,
it.
so there is a very interesting development. The second thing I want to mention here, because this is very interesting, I think you guys, because it's related to Ko Young. If you guys have been paying attention to social media on Twitter and on Todd Garner's Twitter recently, there's just been this weird rumor that's been going on. And obviously it's because it's like, oh, Ko Young's gonna die very early on, because he doesn't show up in the trailers at all. It's like, what the hell are they doing with this character? Now, if you've been following some of Todd Garner's tweet recently, it's kind of I'll just post some of these. So basically, you got people being like, "Dude, it's like they're gonna kill off Ko Young. Like, there's like killing the guy with power is literally plot armor and stuff like that." Yep. And weirdly enough, Todd Garner is like replying to these tweets.
Uh-oh.
He's like,
Ko Young dead PNG.
But more importantly, though, there's been this rise, and it almost feels like, because he keeps responding to these, it's almost as if like this is a giant tease. Have you guys been seeing?
Trying to bait people.
Yeah, it could be a
trying
fake
to
out.
bait people into thinking it's true.
If this is a bait, it's very interesting because he just keeps like he's really committed to the bit. But have you guys been seeing the? Wouldn't it be cool if Louis Tan was Kenshi tweets recently?
Yeah.
I mean,
no.
This sentiment is not completely new. You've seen people be like fan casting characters to play because Louis Tan has played like Kunjin and like the deleted like Mortal Kombat series.
Yeah,
and there's like Photoshop.
The face model in M1K looks a lot like Louis Tan.
Yeah, it's hilariously like similar.
So, anyways, I'm just gonna present these tweets that have been flying around recently. There's got like someone being like, "Oh, what if Ko Young was actually played by Louis Tan? What if Ko Young was Kenshi?" And then Todd Garner be like, "I like that." Oh. Okay. And then you got tweets being like, "Kill Ko Young and bring him back as Kenshi." And then Todd Garner's like, "I should do that." And it's like, it's not just one. It just keeps going on. There's like, you got things like, Louis Tan would have been the perfect Kenshi.
Would have implying he is the perfect Kenshi.
It's like, can you give us a little bit of hope, please? Believe, and stuff like that. And then more recently, Louis Tan posted a video where he's showing his katana skills, like straight up, like a showcase of that. And then Todd Gardner's like, keep it up.
Oh, katana. Okay.
Yeah, like the actual katana.
Yeah, I thought you said katana skills. I'm like, wait, he's just like pulling a Jackie Chan and dressing up like
katana. So there's three things I feel like that's going on here. One, nothing. Like, don't look into this shit. These are just people trolling. But two, and this is like the second thing that people have been speculating is like, are they gonna kill off Cole Young and then Lewis Tan is just gonna randomly come back as Kenshi? Well, is this like the weird implication? Or three, crazy theory. What if the reasoning they're not showing any Cole Young footage or anything around that level is because some reason he turned into Kenshi? Like, I mean, Cole Young's character turns into Kenshi in this movie, and that's why they're not showing his stuff. Like, he gets fucking blinded and his fucking Arcana manifests the fucking katana or some shit.
Yeah.
Either way, it's very interesting to me how much, like, Todd Gardner himself and even Lewis Tan are pushing this let's have Lewis Tan play Kenshi narrative on Twitter, like, recently. It could be a troll.
I don't know how often that the idea of, well, this character was actually this other character the entire time actually goes over well. Like, there's a plot twist like that in the G.I. Joe movie. Where, this guy was Cobra Commander the entire time. You have it with... there's another example I was just thinking of. There's like a really specific example.
There are some, and it's not bad. But there was another one. Yeah, it turned out this character was this guy the whole time. This isn't really a character, but I was thinking of the movie Split from Shyamalan. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Where it's like, it turns out this takes place in the
that was
Unbreakable.
It was Havoc and Dairu.
Oh, okay, sure. That's like in the... But that's not really...
Like, if they did this and Cole Young turned into Kenshi, it'd be really weird and out of left field and would make no sense. Like, I don't think you could find a way to narratively justify it. And also, Kenshi fans would fucking hate it.
True.
Like, Kenshi fans would be way more hype if you just... They'd be way more hype if you just like, oh, here's Kenshi. Kenshi just shows up in the movie and he's like, hi, I'm Kenshi.
True.
The only way you can see it working with him being Kenshi is if they pull some multiverse shit and go, oh, Kenshi's from an alternate timeline. Or alternatively, we get a flashback of his ancestor who was Kenshi. Oh. It's like, oh, Kenshi's descended from the Takahashi line as well.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Maybe that'll be it. Maybe it'd be like, oh, don't worry, guys. He's descended from Kenshi. He's just taken on the name because it means Sword Saint. His power manifests into a sword.
Why would Hanzo fucking talk like spiritually with Ko Young and say, "Take care of my bloodline" at the very end? Oh, don't think about that. Don't think about that.
Well, because he already has a kid, so he's fine. The bloodline is protected, and that child will become Takeda.
The thing is, though, I agree with you on that stuff, Snake. I 100% agree with you. However, I have no stakes for this fucking movie franchise. I don't give a shit about what they do with these characters at this point in a weird way. Turn Koyon into Kenshi for all I care. Maybe it will make for some fucking hype scenes and shit. Have him do some katana shenanigans with his gold, like, fucking coming out of his, like, wrist shit. For all I care. Make it interesting. Make Ko Young interesting if you have to sacrifice Kenshi. I weirdly kind of
here's what I think it'll be.
Mood.
What I think's more likely is that it's going to be he'll fight like Kenshi does in that he has a sword because his ancestor Hanzo has a sword and he might train with him somehow, like get spiritual guidance, and then in that way it's almost like, you know, the way Kenshi can summon like his ancestors through his sword. It's like through this sword manifestation of his power that like the blade of Hanzo morphs into a katana, and then through that Scorpion can manifest and guide him, and that's why I was like, yeah, I get to do all this cool katana stuff because, you know, and so it's kind of like Kenshi, and then maybe you'll get like a special mask, his armor will go like a mask over his eyes as like a nod to Kenshi, but he's not. There's no way he's going to literally become Kenshi. It'll be a Kenshi or similar to Kenshi at most. And like, but Todd just being like weird about it. Like, I don't think the director would be like this blatant if there was like some real validity to this, especially when the rest of the marketing is clearly keeping Cole, whatever happens with Cole, a secret for a reason, whatever it is, whether it is Kenshi or what have you. So why would he be like, yeah, I'm just going to spoil it. I'm just going to spoil this. Is this more of that thing where people are like, yo, well, I don't give a shit about the first film, and he's just like, I don't give a shit about the second one. Fuck it. I'm going to spoil everything.
Already?
I'm going to leak it.
Myself.
That's what I mean. it is very weird, right? Like, just like, what are we doing here? You could just say nothing, but why are you replying to them? Like, why are you literally commenting? Why is Louis Tam posting a katana video for like 3 minutes of him practicing like his sword skills and Todd being like, keep it up and stuff like that? It's so, like, again, this could be nothing.
Cool.
Ko Young could just die, and that's it. And that's literally why he doesn't have that many sayings. Or there could be something that they're hiding, and this stuff is almost giving me a little bit of hope. Like, there's a little bit more that they can do with him, Ko Young, the character, I mean. But then again,
what this is just a way of, maybe it's just a way of marketing the film, because he's like, well, we know we're not going to get much more marketing, so if we can keep people talking about the film, you know, build the hype somehow, even if it's just bullshit.
Yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. I mean, we are talking about it on this podcast right now, but it's like nobody's going to read his fucking tweets and replies. There's only like, what, 14 likes on each of these tweets and stuff like that. No one gives a shit. So it's not really effective as marketing. So
he's relying on the daily content grind tubers.
Yeah,
who talk about MK all the time, and he's like, "Oh yeah, TrueUnderDawg." He's like,
they don't mention.
Did you just say TrueUnderDawg?
Like, yes.
Just say TrueUnderDawg.
No. You know when the people who made Hello Neighbor were like, "Yes, Matt Pat, I'm sure you'll enjoy talking about the new version of the game." It's like, is there like, "Yes, TrueUnderDawg, I'm sure you'll enjoy talking about my crazy tweets."
I don't talk about the movie most of the time, but otherwise that'd be a brilliant plan. But Sonic, Ko Young is not dead, just blinded.
Oh! Let's see if that ages well. Put that on the bingo card. Put that on the bingo card, dog. You get the fuck back here and put it on a bingo card.
I tried to praise him for his joke.
I know.
Where's he going?
Unbelievable. He made a really great one, too.
Oh, this bitch. Let's just sandbag his next joke, pretend it didn't happen.
Just cut it out, just because he left there. The one thing I also kind of want to bring up is this weird vibe, and I could be wrong about this, with some of these tweets. Like, it's as if, like, Todd Garner, instead of, like, he is going off like saying things like, oh, you know, we're going to improve things to the first movie. We're going to change things up. We're going to listen to the fans. But there's this also weird sense of like, when the fans are complaining about something, like Todd almost kind of is agreeing with them. So it's like, you know what? We should kill off Ko Young. He sucks as a character. And he goes like, maybe I should. And whatnot. Just recently, there was like a tweet about how someone was saying like, "Yo, when Johnny Cage manifests his Arcana, I got a perfect spot for where it's gonna manifest and stuff like that." And Todd replies, "We are past that point." It's as if he read people don't like Arcana, and he's like, "Fuck it, we're just not gonna mention it in our movie anymore." So I've been getting this weird implication that like, it's almost like the negatives of the first movie are just gonna be ignored for the future content. Arcanas, forget about it. Who cares? We don't want to talk about that. We know you guys don't like it. Ko Young, kill him off. We know you guys don't like it.
Oh,
so it's this weird sense of like they're siding with the fans to make the second movie better by saying, and like I said, complaining about things about the first movie and whatnot. They're turning the first movie into a footstool to make the second movie better. In a weird way, based off of some of these things. Or I might be looking too much into this and I'm going crazy conspiracy mode or something like that.
Well, I said that something about this in relation to the change in protagonist, and also the potential for this film's about Johnny Cage, actually maybe about Liu Kang, is that it may satisfy the fans, but it means that the thing itself, this series itself, has like no real narrative cohesion, because they just drop things. Like if Arcana isn't even mentioned like at all, then that's just weird. Like
that was
Johnny
all
just gonna be a guy with no powers? Or will it be like, oh, Johnny has powers from a different reason, or Johnny does have an Arcana, but we're barely going to address it? Like, you've established it, you have to address it or get rid of it. Like, you can't just ignore it. Otherwise, this particular series makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? We'll see. Like, there are some movies out there, some franchises, where the first one sucks, and the second one, they do things where they just kind of ignore the continuities because it sucks. I can't think of the game franchise right now, but the one example I can think of right now is like Puss in Boots. It's like that Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is really good, and you genuinely do not need to watch that first movie whatsoever. It's like barely relevant at all. It's like a Kitty Softpaw comes back, and then there was one flashback, but that's it. It's like he came from Shrek.
Yep.
He may have came from there. You do not need to give a shit about his last adventures. And they're making a third movie, And I have a
Hell
feeling
yeah.
this third movie will connect a lot with The Last Wish. It's like, oh yeah, the characters on The Last Wish. It's like what
But
happened
we
in The
saw
Last
that
Wish
it
is gonna
ended
affect
with
these
him going to
characters.
meet Shrek and them. We can't. Sorry, go
Yeah,
ahead.
that too. So what I'm saying is like the third movie, I bet, is gonna be really involved with the second movie, but not the first. So what if they're gonna do it with this movie? They're like, something happened in the first movie. We don't care.
The thing is, because Puss in Boots is like standalone adventures, like you can do that with that series. The way they set up these two MK films is that they are directly connected to each other. The last film was setting up the conflict in this one. You can't just introduce things and then go, oh well, we just ignore that. It's
You
like,
want to
no,
know
have
something?
Keep it going.
Maybe you can, because the second movie is the tournament. It's the beginning of the actual event that people wanted. Whereas the first movie is setting up, or like before the tournament. So what if you just want to see the tournament and whatnot? So it's like in a weird way, like my friend is like, I'm kind of interested in the second movie, but do I need to watch the first one? I'm like, well, the tournament is the main plot of Mortal Kombat. That's like the 95 movie. That's like the main plot. The first movie is before that. So do you need to? It's like I could just say who dies and you can
Yes.
just watch the second movie.
So like Bihan's entire motivation in this film is going to tie directly into the way he was killed in the last one, whether he kills Cole or not. That's going to be a major factor. And then Kano comes back and he's lost an eye, and it's like, oh, who's this guy? He's just joining the good guys from being dead. It's like you need to see the first one to understand what's going on.
You need
can't
to,
just go, oh yeah, Kano died.
but also at the same time, this is also some interviews that I've heard, like test audiences, some of them just did not watch the first movie and went to the second one, and they're like, that was cool. I kind of want to go back to that first one just to see how some of these things were set up, but I didn't need to watch it. So, who knows?
Oh.
Like, I guess, I mean, if the movie, this would be really funny. If the second movie turns out to be very successful, and more successful than the first one, then that proves that, like, you did not need the first movie even more. Which actually would prove one of the haters of saying, like, what's the point of doing a movie without the tournament? That's what we wanted to see. Why are we doing this? Even more relevant if the second movie turns out to be successful, maybe more and stuff. Anyways, interesting. We're just throwing theories out there and stuff like that. Of course, you want connecting points with the first and the second movie, but I'm just saying it almost feels like they're trying to distance themselves with the first movie when they have set up shit and whatnot.
Which, I mean, you should. It's like
Well,
how Battle of the
be
Realms
easier
was completely ignored to make the cage match in Snowblind.
Yeah.
It would be easier to do that if they didn't bring back so many dead characters from the last film. Like, because they're bringing back Kano, Kung Lao, and Sub-Zero, and so, like, you don't know what their deal is. I'm sure they'll have some explanation for new people. Like, Johnny will be like, oh, who's this Kano guy? And someone's like, well, he's the guy who was on our side.
Well.
He's an old enemy of mine. And then I stabbed him in the face with a gnome, and now he's back.
That's true. He should be very bitter about that.
Yeah, he'll be like, "Hey, fuck you. What's going on here?"
I guarantee there's going to be like a whole bit where when he's resurrected and he's interacting with Katana and Jade and Quan Chi, when we're going to find out, oh yeah, they just let Josh Lawson just like ad-lib the whole thing, and those actors had to kind of like go along with what he was saying.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It's just a bunch of swear words, a bunch of like funny little lines he has, and it's like, oh yeah, all ad-lib, just let him go off.
I just really, really want
Go off, King.
like the Blu-ray of this movie to have all the deleted
Go
scenes
off, King
of the.
Kano.
Ah!
Yeah.
I just want them to keep all the ad libs in the behind the scenes so that we can see all of that, because even Carl Urban said like, oh, Josh Lawson was so fucking funny, and they could not keep every single ad lib because every take was a different ad lib. It was like, how the fuck does he keep coming up with these?
He's
so
a
I would love to
genius.
see all those and stuff. But yeah, I just thought I'd add those two things because this is something that I'm sure not many people would know. The fact that, you know, the actors and some of the creators are kind of shit talking the first movie to hype up the second movie. And then this weird Louis Tan is going to be Kenshi tweets that have been happening that are interesting. I thought I'd just bring these two things up.
I just had this thought. So, with Kano being the one who has all the quips, and Johnny seems like a much more serious character in this film. Like, we're not seeing any quips from him at all. I'm wondering,
He's got
are we
some.
going to get to the point where we're like, you know, I would have preferred if Josh Lawson was Johnny Cage and Carl Urban was Kano, because I think that might have been better casting, to be honest.
That's interesting. But the thing is Josh Lawson
You're actually right
a good Johnny?
about that.
Because I don't think so. Is Carl Urban being a
better than
Kano?
Kano, I would say.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, because we've seen that character. He's called Billy Butcher of the
Oi,
Boys.
yeah, like that would be really funny. Just him being Kano. But like, I don't know if Josh Lawson is a good Johnny. So I'll say that. But yeah, Carl but being Kano would be actually really funny.
No, I think Snake's cooking. I side with Snake on this. I totally cook. I mean, he cooks. I agree.
In terms of
No, I think that he should have swapped those actors. Would have made way more sense. Like Carl Urban as Kano would have worked, and then the Kano guy being Johnny Cage would have been just comedy gold.
it would be very interesting.
Then again,
actually,
I like that
alternate
Kano
universe.
was like the most interesting character in the first Mortal Kombat movie. I find that hilarious because I don't think that was their intention. Kano's always been a side character, with the exception of Snowblind. So him stealing the show and unironically being the reason people claim they like the movie is great. There's so many comments saying, I didn't like the movie, but damn it, Kano was funny. Like, I'll watch the film again just for Kano. And I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. I love how that happened. That's never happened before. Yeah.
I love his tiny baby impotent rage when he goes, "Give me a fucking egg roll!" Blazes.
Yeah, fucking idiot.
He's like, I'm hungry. I've been swept all day. I've been getting back forward all day. Just this constant
forward.
sweep. Yeah, back forward.
I don't specifically remember what he says, but it's like he calls like Kung Lao like some guy with a
Kung
sombrero hat and like Liu Kang holding anal beads and shit.
Bro, the anal bean lines is unhinged.
That had to be like said on the set. You can actually see in the movie like when like he said that like Louis Tan. There was a scene you can just see like that literally in the movie.
Oh, nice. Good.
It's like cause
love that.
they just have to ad lib so much and whatnot. But yeah, 2 more months, boys. Get excited. I'm excited for that movie. Next off, what do you guys want to talk about?
I mean, I'm excited for that new character in Invincible. That's what I want to talk about next.
Sure. Actually, yes, I am actually quite excited about that. But we can talk a little about Invincible versus. I think we're going to talk about that game when it comes out. I am mostly interested in that story mode, but also, it seems like a fun game. But yeah, so we've got Aaron Paul and Duplicate has been added into Invincible versus.
Cake.
Have you not seen the comments, Snake?
Duplicate.
I have not.
Have you not seen the trailer of Duplicate?
I thought.
Don't say Aaron Paul and confuse me. That's the actor. Just say the character.
It's the dog. It's a joke. Holy crap.
Sonic, what reason would I have to watch a Duplicate trailer? I don't give a fuck about Duplicate.
The gameplay is
She's
good,
a
though.
bitch,
She looks
and
fun.
I hate her. I don't want that. I don't care.
There's even like a couple of memes shoved in there that I loved.
How could you say that about the best Fortnite characters? Unbelievable.
I find it funny she unironically does Liu Kang's like flame fist.
Yes.
And it's like one of her like main moves to do the speed bag. I find that hilarious. I've always wanted there to be a character that duplicates themselves like Noob Saibot, but just to like a crazier extent. And I think they've done a really good job with Duplicate. Like they have like 2 to 3 clones on screen and they're doing a lot of her moves. I think it's awesome. I've wanted this character in a fighting game for a very long time. And I feel like we've never actually gotten it.
Have you seen like the developers talk about this character and how she's going to work?
No, I never watched those. My bad. What's up?
Because when they explain it, it becomes way cooler. I'm like, even they're saying that it's amazing that we're doing a character like this. So to briefly mention it, she can basically summon clones out to like basically like attack for her for combos and shit. And supposedly you can just summon as many clones as you want. Every single clone you summon takes a little bit of red HP off of your character. And then you summon the clone, do an overhead, do a low, then they'll come back to you. And when they come back to you, your red HP comes back. But if your opponent hits the clone, then you don't get that red
damage?
HP back. Yes.
Oh, it's just red HP.
So literally,
I thought you
can
take
have
damage like straight up.
It's red HP, so you can get it back. But the point is, you can put as many clones as you want out there if you have the HP, basically. So it's kind of like you're sacrificing HP to do better combos. And then one of her supers that reminds people of like Third Strike, when she has like the like the the other super you kind of saw in the trailer.
Third Strike?
Like what's that character from Third Strike called? Who has like or like Zero's Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate, where he kind of has like a little
the guy behind him like attacking with him. Yeah,
a little bit like that, because that's one of her ultimates. When she does that, she then gains access to the clone abilities that are like super overheads or super lows, basically. So it makes comboing like even stronger and whatnot. So it's like it's very interesting. Like even I'm kind of like, oh, that sounds like a really fun character, actually.
I want to say one more thing about Duplicate, but yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
So do I.
Well,
I think they should have gotten Elijah Wood in the game. Then hit couch and go. So hey, you're called Dupla Cake.
Duplicate. Well, I just noticed I didn't even realize how much of a meme it was until just now. But Snake, at one point, Duplicate's level 3 super she has like the clones pinning down the opponent, and they're just like stomping the shit out of them. And it's a direct like JoJo reference. It looks like JoJo pretty much.
It literally looks.
Yeah,
like
they're doing that shit. And it's so funny because the rest of the trailer, she's doing like actual martial arts and stuff. Like it's all pretty, it's all choreographed. Then the super is just that, just them stomping the shit out of the enemy.
I
Thank
love
you,
her
Sonic, for having
taunt.
the meme just ready to go.
Yeah,
Awesome.
just look on Discord. I love her taunt where she summons a clone and is like, "He sucks, doesn't he?" I know, right? It's like just like the two clones gossiping and instantly coming back. Like I like that taunt too. Here's the thing, I don't care about Duplicate as a character, but I have advocated her to be playable just because I want to see what they do with her. It's like I just think that would be a very interesting fighting game character, and yeah, I think I would like want to like put her on like one of my teams just because of how interesting she seems.
There should be there probably already is a meme, but I want like a comic of Duplicate saying, "Viewers, you don't understand. Before all these fucking Viltrumites showed up, I was legit. Before these like building level enemies started showing up everywhere, I was actually really good. I was a very powerful threat. It's just I can't destroy buildings. Like that's
Exactly. The in my opinion, again, we were talking about this before. It's like you've got the other half of characters who are just Viltrumites or superpowered people, and that's not interesting. And you got the other half of characters that are just like, oh, I would want that, and that's Duplicate and Powerplex to me. I'm like, okay, great choices. I may not care about them too much in the story, but great choices in terms of like fighting game characters.
Yeah.
Powerplex, to briefly talk about him, he looks cool, but I'm a little disappointed with the angle they took with him because Powerplex, what do you think his gimmick is gonna be, dog? Like with his powers, like come up with something.
Does he
Breaking
take
Bad
damage and can build
references.
meter or something?
You'd think so, but do you want to know what his gimmick is?
Well, what
His
is his
gimmick
gimmick?
is his specials have just frames. So he can use a
Oh.
good shock or a just frame shock, which will have a little indicator. If you time it well, you get a better shock that has like better combos and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, okay, but why don't we do the whole gimmick like Black Panther where he takes more damage, you can dish out or anything like? No, it's just frames. Sure.
Yep. That's all you get, bitch.
Okay. Yeah, sure. But other than that, he looks fine. I think go for the electricity shenanigans again. All the all roster. At least we got a cool.
that.
They said it. They said the thing. Clap. Which
My
people.
girlfriend loved that.
I mean, everyone in the
Maybe I'm
comments
just a
loved
hypocrite,
that.
But I heard that, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking cringe and awful."
Yeah.
But like way back when the Power Rangers fighting game had Eric, played by Dan Southworth, doing a bunch of Virgil quotes, I was like, "That's fucking great." They know the assignment. But for this, I'm like, "This is terrible and awful." I don't know what the difference is.
He just doesn't like Powerplex. That's about it.
I think so. I think it's because
To be fair,
I
in
think
the comics, he does almost
a really
nothing.
bad job voice acting.
And keep in
I
mind,
don't think he did a
Snake,
good
just so
job
you
with the
know,
performance.
Invincible Versus is not Aaron Paul.
Oh,
It's a different actor. Yeah, he made an announcement saying he's not playing Powerplex.
that makes sense, I guess,
after
because it didn't
season
sound
4.
like him to me. I'm surprised that Aaron Paul voiced the Dispatch character. I went the whole game without knowing that.
Well, that's
You
that's
didn't
the
know
thing,
that?
isn't it?
Wow.
Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. Because like with with Terminator and MK11, when all these Arnie references, but it's not him.
True.
So he's there going, "You can't keep getting away with it." It's like, you're not him. You're someone else doing an impression. What is the point of this line now?
I'm actually totally fine with that because it's in character for him to say that. It's so in character for him. That's why I like even though it's an obvious reference, and it's a video game.
I guess.
So I'm like I'm more okay with that. It's like if and they're gonna do this when Mark shouts "Sea salt," because they're gonna do it. Like I'll be completely fine with that whenever that happens.
I need you, Sea Salt.
And you can literally
Sea Salt.
summon Sea Soul. You can
Name
literally
is Sea
summon him and
Salt.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, currently that's 15 characters on the roster.
If they didn't show off the original character that they're doing, they could have waited until April. When's the game out?
April 30th.
Is it after?
So 2 more months.
Okay, so for the 1st of April, when they could have been like, "Oh, we're going to show off the new character," and it's like a trailer that comes out on the 1st of April, and it's like a guy called Sea Salt.
Hell
Like
yeah.
that, and it's like, and you find out like a few days later, no, obviously that's not the real OC, it's this character.
Yeah.
I think it would have been funny to be like, "Sea Salt, I need you, Sea Salt."
Finally,
Ah.
let's go. The prediction that people have stated or they've announced is it's going to be 15 to 18 characters on launch, and then like Battle Pass DLC.
shit.
So we're getting close to the full roster. Either this is the full roster, which I doubt. I think they'll confirm it. Or yeah, I'm still surprised. I think there's some characters that are like they've got to be there. Like everyone in the comments are just right now they're just spamming Conquest, which I don't think Conquest is going to be day one. I think he's going to be like in the battle pass.
Yeah.
Thrag is the season 4 villain, right?
I think Thrag's going to be base roster only because he's got to be in the story. Based on like how this story, I'm not sure if the game will have a story mode, but it seems like they're hinting at it being a different reality, like an alternate timeline. And it's about the Viltrumite invasion, so you kind of have to have Thrag.
I'll tell you what they said directly. They said that the story mode there is a story mode, and it's going to be about like the length of an episode of Invincible. And they stated like, we're not going to completely confirm it, but you can infer that this happens perhaps in between something during the Invincible series. Like this could happen between.
Well, obviously it happens before Mark confronts his dad or something, because it's like.
Well,
I don't know.
Also the thing is Rexplode is still there, so I feel like it has to be before season 3.
That's a good point.
You know? Right? Like that's what I'm saying.
Thank God they made that more impactful than in the comics. In the comics, it was a throwaway panel.
Spoilers
it barely even
for
meant
Invincible
anything.
Season 3.
Yeah, like with Rexplode's like epic moment, because they also didn't develop him at all, really.
I talked about that with
comics.
my friend recently. It's like everything with him and Shrinking Ray was not there. It's like when
Shrinking Ray fucking dies, I think. Yeah.
Yes. It's like so everything about
because for a start, Ray was a man in the comics, right?
Yes, and Rex was white.
and that was like early aughts. I feel like it's fairly doubtful they would have had like a gay couple, and then if that had been the case, they wouldn't have made either of them female for the show, because then they'd be like, oh well, that's queer race, you can't do that. So yeah, clearly this is not a thing that was in the comics, but then they put it in, and it's the best part of the entire show.
Snake loves it. Snake is such a such a simp for Rex.
Because Rex is the best character.
The whole fact that he wants to self-improve and be better for like Shrinking Ray or for himself makes his death so much more tragic. Like it actually like, and I'm like, what do you mean that's not in the comics? Huh?
None of it. Yeah.
What?
Well, neither is Conquest's entire monologue. That's not in the comics either.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Yes, there's some pretty cool changes. But yeah, to me, I
can see them. I can see them saving Conquest for like the first season of DLC.
Yeah.
And being like, if they don't have like a big thing lined up for the end, they'd be like, okay, season 1 will lead up to Conquest. The Road to Conquest season.
Oh, do you think he's gonna make more story?
Shows up at the
Is
end.
that what you're saying?
The Road to Conquest.
To me, I'm
yeah.
so surprised Alan is not on the roster yet. I think that's like a guarantee. I'm like, what? No Alan yet? Like,
Alan?
that's the alien guy with one eye, voiced by Seth Rogen.
Oh, Well, what's he gonna really bring? He's just a Viltrumite. What's he gonna bring to the table?
He'll either be the on the base roster or like the first DLC character.
Yeah,
I don't think he should be in the game at all. He's just a Viltrumite.
He's added.
As far as like
obviously
gameplay.
I don't want just strong Viltrumite type characters. Like, but at the same time, you just kind of I feel like he's too popular as a character. Immortal would be funny for lore reasonings, but at the same time, he's also just another Viltrumite. So like,
Immortal's got to be in there though, because the memes of making him top tier.
Yes,
yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, that's the annoying thing. It's like there are characters I like, but the fact that they're just Viltrumite coded, so like Immortal, Alan, or Thrag, and Conquest, like
Viltrumite coded. It's my favorite
Viltrumite coded. But like that. but what I mean is like like Alan not being on the roster does seem kind of weird if he's not gonna be there. Like I would definitely feel like.
Yeah.
Well, Alan has he has telepathy. In theory, they could expand that out to be telekinesis as well.
I thought they all had telekinesis in the space or something, so they can hear each other. But
that's telepathy.
I thought of.
I thought they all had that though. I thought the Viltrumites had that too, because they have conversations in space with each other.
I don't know. You're the guy who read the comics, so.
I think in the comics it's just explained that like I forget how they explain that in the comics actually, because they all talk to each other in space too. Like even the Viltrumites.
That's just a thing in fiction.
Yeah,
people can just do that in a lot of fiction because it's more convenient.
Because
a space battle would be terrible if you couldn't hear anything.
And I should say that in Invincible comics, they do even have thought bubbles the whole time, which is super annoying because thought bubbles are way harder to trace to the person than like a regular speech bubble. So if like 5 people are talking in the same panel, it was so fucking annoying having to read like which thought bubble goes to where, because the little like bloop 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 bloop, you know how thought bubbles are drawn. Plus, it just kind of got annoying when a whole comic takes place in space and it's just thought bubble, thought bubble, thought bubble. Anyway, I digress. I don't know why they can talk to each other. There's a reason why. I just can't remember.
There's a whole entire Reddit talking about this, like aliens telepathically could talk to each other, but then they kind of change it into a receiver apparently. So there is.
That's what everyone
some
does. Like there's always a Star Trek, like, oh, we all have translators by default, and we all have, like receivers that can talk in space. Which, you know what's funny? This is a bit of a tangent, guys, but I had this random thought the other day while driving. I thought, in Mass Effect, it is explained, I think, that they all have little receivers that translate for them, which is why they can all speak the different languages but understand each other in Mass Effect. There should have been a part of the game where, like, those turn off on the Citadel or on, like, your spaceship, the Normandy, and you have to, like, hear them talk their basic alien languages and you hear their actual speech for the first time. That would have been fun.
That would have been really good, actually.
Right? Thanks. I thought so, too.
Cool idea.
I mean, you could even do it, especially if do it late game, and then it's like, well, after you've got your love interest established, if it's a Tally, you can't understand each other anymore.
Yeah.
But they can understand, but like through the body language, they can understand each other's emotions and like how they feel about each other. And so it's like it's a nice little bit where they don't have to say it, but they can feel it.
Yeah. You could also have a funny scene where he's trying to talk to Garrus and like he can't understand Garrus and he goes, oh, does a gesture like write it down? And so, okay, Garrus writes it down and it's just a bunch of symbols and Commander Shepard's like, fuck. Still can't tell what he's saying.
Wham, wham. But yeah, that's Invincible Season 4 is coming out next week. So let's hurry up and get that Season 4 done so then we can put Season 4 characters into Invincible versus like a certain dinosaur guy that I want.
You're such a one.
I'm sure there'll be at least one. There'll be at least one of these just to be in the game, just to promote the new season.
I just thought of a pretty cool character we didn't think about, but I'm not sure if this character has like relevancy. Wasn't there that like Damien Darkblood? Do you think he would?
Yeah, he would have been cool.
Okay, he would be an interesting character. Gotcha.
Well, that's actually one of the most annoying. Go ahead.
Is that the Hellboy-looking detective guy?
Yeah, he gets like summoned back to hell in Season 1, and he's coming.
Who in
back
the comics looks just like Rorschach, by the way. It's so lazy how. Go ahead.
That's a Season 1 DLC character.
Would have been great, honestly. I'd love to see him. You know what's sad? Y'all are about to learn the hard way that the rest of Invincible, or most of it, not all of it. It's not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler, but a lot of the characters are going to be power based from now on. You're going to get very few like, oh, this character can do a neat magic thing or something. They just disappear for some reason. It's all just power from here on, like Dragon Ball Z.
It makes sense just because they're fighting Viltrumites, who are a bunch of supermen. So
yeah, but think about how cool Damien would be in that mix. Like Damien Darkblood having the ability to like, curse people or something. It's really bizarre. Someone pointed out on Reddit like how cool Invincible would be if there was more magic characters or people that didn't just try to outpunch you. And it's like, yeah, it's a good point. I didn't think about that. I just sort of thought, you know Mark's like his best friend. Yeah,
I forget his name.
It starts with a W. Or
yes.
McTwink Boy. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, is he gay in the comics as well?
No, I
thought he was. I thought he was implied, but they don't really push it.
They don't show it in the comics is all maybe is what it is. Yeah.
Whereas
so
Mark William.
If it's not confirmed in the comics, then that reinforces what I was saying earlier about Ray and Rex, about how they wouldn't have done a gay couple. If he was confirmed gay, then I retract that statement.
I'm gonna do a very
just in the interest of being accurate.
Then there's me, who does not care about being accurate. Is
William in the comics straight or gay? He's gay. If you're reading it and it isn't, because when you're reading it, he's in the closet. He comes out later, so he's gay.
Okay.
But it's not.
Okay.
He's not a character that gets pushed being gay in the comics as much. And
well, he has like no screen time in the comics either, really. Like he barely shows up. A lot of the side characters, like I will say, the show does such a good job at making everyone else more prevalent because, except for that one character, the guy on their team whose name I'm forgetting, their leader for a bit. He had no powers. He had the suit instead for a bit. He's bald.
Oh, Samson? Is that
Samson has a big moment in the comics that they just took out of the show. They skipped it, like, completely. It was really weird.
So bad for that character.
He was purple, right?
Huh?
He has a purple costume, right?
I don't know, but I just know that when they're fighting that one guy, and it's played for a joke. They fight that big world-ending guy who's like, "Submit to me, or I will destroy your world."
Yeah,
and they go, "No."
I forgot he existed.
Yeah, he's kind of irrelevant. He gets his arms shafted.
They need to have the Batman-like guy. You know, the guy
Dark
with the
Mane, right?
portals?
I think. Wait, no. Is that what he's called?
Yeah.
I would think he's a cool option too. I think so too. The new one.
Yeah, like this feels like what you'd have for like Season 1 DLC. It's him, the demon guy,
Darkwing,
someone else, and then Conquest.
Yeah,
like that's just maybe you do have the what's his name? Cecil's
assistant.
Mate.
I don't know about him.
He's a cyborg. He can transform and stuff. I think that would be a decent roster for season 1.
He'd be a fun character if he could take himself apart and like throw his head
Donald,
and stuff.
right? That's right, Donald.
Yeah.
Yes, Donald.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that would be a good DLC roster. But we shouldn't focus too much on the roster of Invincible because we've had this conversation like 3 times on this podcast.
We have.
This has happened before. Anyway, the point is Dark Samson or Black Samson had a really cool power moment in the comics, and they just skipped it for some reason, which was odd because they even mentioned in the show, oh, my powers came back. But we never see him use them.
Yeah, we'll see if they
He's
bring
the
it
most
back in
skipped
season
over
4.
character.
We'll see.
Yeah. That was apparently a really hype moment in the comics too, and they just skipped over it for jokes. Fans were pissed. I was like, damn, good thing I didn't read that part of the comics. I skipped to where I was in season 2 and then started reading.
Oh, it was really early on too. I see.
Sonic and I have been playing Resident Evil Requiem, and we're not going to talk about it this episode.
Yeah.
We're going to save it for next time. We might even have a guest on to talk with about it.
Yes.
And so
If
we're
I
holding
allow
off on
it.
that for this week. You don't get to say them, man, so shut the fuck up.
You need to beat the game within the next 2 weeks, dog. Chop chop.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone in the comments, bully Dog to play the game.
Bully dog to play Peak,
You know,
please. Thank you very much.
Dog, please say this one for the team because it'll help get us up in their algorithm if people are commenting telling you're a dumb fuck for not playing the game.
If they do comment, then we know they actually watched this far into the video. If they don't comment, then we know they don't, and I was right this whole time.
All right, comment section. Help us out with this.
Anyone who comments about that,
Dog is gonna watch the
Chad.
Markiplier gameplay playthrough now.
Purple guy. That's the only Markiplier bit I know. Purple guy. No, the Bite of 87 as well.
Was that the Bite of 87? Was that the Bite of 87? Oh god, now I'm thinking about Iron Lung. That was a fun movie.
I want to watch that
bit.
someday.
You know, in the first section when there's like one of the characters gets bitten at Sonic, really early on in the hotel.
Oh, you mean Requiem? Okay,
Resident Evil. Yeah, it's like Markiplier. Was that the Bite of 87?
Was that the Bite of Aaron Hotel? The Redwood Hotel?
I mean, it's only a year off being the Bite of 2027.
Yes. Was that the Bite of 26?
God damn it! I hate all of you. I hate you vehemently.
Anyways, so let's talk about some of the recent content we've been making. I've noticed Dog has been blooming.
Mr. Sonic as well made a really good video recently.
Like a virile dog.
You're a beautiful flower, Dog.
Oh, thank you.
But yes, finally,
I've got more slop planned in the future. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna milk this cow. Anyway.
Heck yeah. So I got to release the video that took me 5 months to make out to the wild. And I'm very happy with the reception that it's been getting. People are liking it. People are talking about it. People have been buying my T-shirt recently. I'm very surprised, but the most successful T-shirt
Which T-shirt, Sonic? Which T-shirt is that? I'm sorry. Which T-shirt?
Yeah, specifically, for some reason, the T-shirt that I've seen many people have been buying recently is this one.
Yeah,
people love the memes, so now everybody is buying the meme T-shirt. So like, I thought that was kind of interesting.
Where can they buy it, Sonic? Where can they buy that handsome T-shirt?
On my fourth wall shop that I recently just set up. You can find it on my channel, and I guess I'll put it in the description too.
I think this makes me the only one in our group that doesn't have a fourth wall account still. I reached out to that person, but I don't think they ever got back to me. So
you can just set it up yourself, actually. Yeah, it's not that hard.
Yeah. But I'm stupid.
I'd like to buy your T-shirt with the Raiden and the abilities that Alex DeHale drew. I would like to buy that.
That was a fun one.
But yes, the video came out. It's got great receptions. A lot of very fun people in the comment sections. A lot of great feedback. People love the snake part. I've noticed some comments about that.
Yeah.
When your part came up, I did see this because it was being premiered, so I did save like a funny comment that someone did mention how like Snake should just make like a universe like skit of just all the counterparts hanging out, because there's like a lot of characters in the background of Snake's like part, and that part got a lot of people like, because I was in like the Discord card, everyone's just like, I'm just look at all the characters in the back. Got Shao, we got Sub-Zero, we got Scorpion,
and he got replaced
Johnny.
by Fortnite.
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, that. So a bit behind the scenes, that was the initial concept, was basically, because Sonic's done a few of his little Fortnite skits, I thought it'd be like, what if that's the joke? Is that my job has been replaced by Fortnite skits? The AI revolution has happened.
Yes.
And then I'm just like, oh, please help a supporting artist.
Buy my shirt.
Please support. Use my Fortnite code.
Oh yeah.
Sonic like replaces it with his own.
You actually replaced yourself when you said the video.
Little deviant.
Yes.
Little deviant bastard.
Yeah. So to be clear, he didn't like replace it. That was part of the skit that I did.
Okay.
You sent me 3 versions that I got to choose. It's
Yeah.
like whether the rant stays, which by the end of the video I did leave the rant in because I did think the cutoff version, like SonicHaXD is the best person ever, and you're speeding like throwing the hat down, like leaving the scene, and stuff like that was all really great. There was another part that I had to bring up. So when I talked about your Janet Cage and Kano Sonya part, where I brought up your fanfiction, Goth Mermaid, one of my fans who does reactions to my video, that person, like while reacting to the video, was like, "Wait, Snake wrote a fanfiction?" Pauses the video and starts like reading the fanfiction for about like 20 seconds. Oh right, I'm doing a reaction video. I'll read this later.
Oh wait, I'm doing a reaction video. Yeah.
Yes. And also,
when you're so
by the
committed
way,
to VTubing, you forget
the power
that
of
you
the
are.
shit, it distracts people from the job.
yes, Snake, in the live chat when your part showed up, this was a comment that I just saw and I had to save it. I had to send it here.
Oh, what is this? Let's see.
There's like one random commenter in the live chat.
Yes. I don't know about the Yuri part, but he's a foot guy.
Well, I mean, it's during when the Janet Cage X Sonya part, you know.
Although I'm pretty
this
sure
guy's
him
like,
being a foot guy is just a meme. Yeah.
I'm sure it's a meme. I'm sure it's a meme.
What the fuck is this?
He's still laughing
Yuri.
at it. Feet Yuri type.
Yuri. Oh yeah, is Yuri when like they're gay, but it's the women?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's also
okay.
like a name in Japanese. You know, some characters are called Yuri.
I only know that because there's that joke when that game Yuri on Ice came out, or that anime Yuri on
The
Ice,
anime.
but it was more like Yaoi on Ice because it was mostly the dudes being
Yes.
gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now I think about
But I was like, damn it, we can't have anything.
There's tons of Yuri animes. Don't worry about it, Snake. Dog. Sorry.
Yeah. So when it came to doing the background, because I was like, how's Sonic going to do this? Because it can't just be a blank background. There has to be some other people there. Like, was he going to like take a shot from the cutscene, or like animate the characters, or just use renders? I was considering just using the renders, but then I thought when it was getting the costume pieces together for the Raiden part, I was like, you know what? This is like the big finale to Sonic's video. Let's just go all out and just do a bunch. I did do a little bit that didn't make the final cut.
Snake had some issues while recording, so we took a little break here.
Not to mention now I can make anyone Yaoi. No, Yuri. I meant Yuri. Damn it. I outed myself again. I worked so hard to be straight.
Why did I just hear Yuri and Stray? What's going on here?
Damn it, now Sonic knows. I constantly mention my fake girlfriend in my videos and the podcast and stuff. I worked so hard to escape my Yaoi destiny, and I failed. Just a villain laughed at Sonic just...
Finally, as expected.
I did have one bit that didn't make it in though, which was that not really shitty like lizard mask I had like a couple of years ago, and I wore in like one episode. And it was sweating like crazy in it.
Yes.
It's like me with that and the Loki cloak over it, being like a little stealth reptile in the background, but the way it had been shot, there wasn't really any room for him, so I couldn't have
Yes.
that tab like, oh, I'm here, guys. So he had to get cut. I do plan to make a compilation of all of my skits I've done for Sonic to put up in May, for Mortal May.
Oh,
And
that's awesome! Wow.
one of the ideas I've got is to kind of like show each of those characters a bit, so you can, because some of them are just blocked by other characters. Like you don't see much of Shao, he's just in the background, stood there.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, show the characters a bit more, so you can see what they all kind of look like and what I was doing as each character.
That is sick.
Yeah, I'm glad people loved it. Unfortunately, I wasn't there for the actual premiere, and so I didn't get to see the responses because the live chat's not on the final video.
Oh, it's not? Oh, that's unfortunate.
No.
But we were all missing you.
Yeah.
Everyone in the chat is like, Snake! I hope Snake is watching
Snake.
in the live chat. In the premiere.
Yeah, I was just busy that day, unfortunately. I think I was playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my friends. Still not finished it. I wasn't able to.
Did you?
Like,
How
we
God
talked
has
about last
slighted
time,
Snake.
Yeah,
We haven't talked about it
last
last time. Yes. It was the highlight of the last episode.
Did that make the final cut of the
Of
episode of
course.
Sonic?
Everybody in the comments loved that
Yay.
moment. So So the video was going really well. Like a lot of moments were great. There was one moment that actually made me laugh very hard in the Discord call with the group in my channel. I was basically explaining the whole what happened to Hanzo and quietly marrying Harumi situation and all that jazz in the video. And when I brought the whole thing up, someone in my live chat or someone in the Discord call was like, "Wait, that's Hanzo?" And I'm like, "No. You didn't know? It's been this. You never knew this is what happened to Hanzo in this universe?" He's like, "No. How is this? This is how I'm finding out." I'm like, "Oh, sweet summer child."
So
I
they
feel so
never got
bad.
Smoke's arcade ending.
He never went for the arcade endings. He never gave a shit. So when
I'm
he watched my
curious
video,
then, did they at least get Scorpion's arcade ending? Do they see a child on the front lines and did they go, who's that kid?
I guess not.
I
I guess he just
find
never
out.
cared about the arcade endings. He just like the moment I explained it, he was like, "Wait, that's Hanzo? Like that's what happened to him this in universe." I'm like, "Oh, I feel so bad." that This is how he finds out. The last thing I'll mention, the one part I was very worried about my video was when I started talking about Liu Kang, because I broke down Liu Kang's character for about like 20 minutes. It's the longest Let's Break It Down in the series I've done. It's like because I knew Liu Kang was the most interesting character in the whole story to talk about. And I was wondering if it's like, I hope it wasn't too boring for people, because it's like I kind of go philosophical when talking about Liu Kang and his character and like what being a god means in this universe and all that kind of stuff. And I am very happy of the response, because people are now discussing it all in the comment section about like what they preferred what Liu Kang would do. Is it right for Liu Kang to be interfering in mortal affairs when he's literally the creator and when he literally says to give free will to people and all that kind of stuff? So I'm very happy it turned out that people are very engaging in that discussion. So that turned out well. Weirdly enough, a lot of people, their favorite part of the video was the very ending montage that I did. It's almost like a emotional send-off to Mortal Kombat 1, and it's like, oh, I'm glad that was good that you guys felt that way. But yeah, I'm very happy I finally got to release this video, and I am now already working on Chaos Reigns. I literally have made a script, a very simplified version of the script of like the entire story already. I just went through the entire thing over again. So I am pretty ready to officially write the script, and the only teaser I'll give you, I was not hoping, and partially kind of hoping, we won't get a Sento 2.0. Well, all I got to say about that is we got something so much worse
Oh yeah.
about Sento 2.0. So
Oh no.
look forward to that.
You mentioned that
when
in the video, I
happens.
think, didn't you, or not? Didn't you tease something being way worse? You're like, oh no.
Yeah, I kind of teased, like, I think in the beginning, like marriage, like the wedding, it's like some of the katanas like are literally Sento, and I look at them and I'm like, it's Sento, but the handle is a different color. But it is straight up just Sento. But the handle is a different color, so I can give it a pass, but it is just Sento.
Could you imagine if the work they put into this was, they were like, okay, we need to give these guys Japanese swords, and instead of being like, well, Kenshi's got a wide variety, we can take some of those. They're like, no. Go to Kenshi's base Sento, find a different skin, a different color scheme that changes the color of the weapon, and use that instead. It's like, go to this blue version that changed the hilt to blue or something like that, and it's like, but why?
But why?
How'd you do
Yes. Exactly.
But why?
That's
Why'd
and
you do
that's just
that?
the tip of the iceberg for Sento situation. It's all I'm gonna say is I was paying attention, and when I did, Chaos Kenshi's like blew my fucking mind. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. And I went through the descriptive audio lady for the entire track too.
Yes.
So there's a couple of moments
Yes.
you'll be seeing about that. Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm working on it right now. So we'll see when
The
I can
headless
release
man
this.
advances on the severed head. You what?
What?
Oh, I was about to choke there.
Oh no, we might not get the video now. Sonic's choking.
Rain demands Havoc to come. He says, "Come down here, Havoc." Havoc refuses.
Rain demands him to come. There was
here's a question,
Rain
Sonic.
demands.
Yeah.
You
Got quite
what?
the important question. So I think you've suggested in the past that this might not be chapter by chapter. It might just be one video.
It's gonna be one video, yes. One big video, and I want to keep it at 1 hour if I can, but we'll see. Luckily, the story mode is a lot of like just they run around, fight, run around, fight, run around, fight. So I can
Yeah,
kind of just
it's actually surprisingly uneventful when you break it down. I mean,
Yes.
that's why a lot of the fights are just you fight. It's two characters. You fight one, and then you fight the other.
and then you fight the other.
Yeah,
and then they
fight
go to
them
the
twice.
next scene.
structurally,
Yes.
are you still going to do the let's break it down sections?
Yes. So basically, I'm gonna go through the story, and hopefully I'll go through it fast. But really, the meat of the video is just me talking about how shitty it is and the potential it could have had. It's like breaking down the characters, talking about why this multiverse sucks, talk about what would have been better, talk about like all that. Like that stuff is gonna be where I'm gonna put more focus on really analyzing and doing stuff. Whereas when I talk about the story, it's still gonna be fun. It's still gonna be very funny. I have 3D animations planned. I have commissioned 3D models of Sector Cyrex, Noob Saibot, and even the Army Johnny Cage, like all those, getting ready for skits that I have planned. But the meat of what I'm about to write is all gonna come after I'm done breaking down the story, because then I'm gonna be like, okay, time to rip this one a new hole.
No, rip it in. Oh,
So that's all going to come like at the end.
After
gonna
I'm done
come.
analyzing the story. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna come. Sorry.
Damn.
At the end.
I'm hope that the issue is I don't know how much I'm gonna finish before the next movie comes out, but potentially June is where I'm aiming for at this point. But we'll see, because like I also want to make a video about the new movie and whatnot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in the span of like May to June, we can expect a video about the movie, just a simple one.
First,
maybe
yeah.
some maybe like you and your brother talking about it or something, because you've done that in the past, right? So we-
Reactions, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this movie with my friends, so that's I'm gonna I'm gonna do what I did in 2021 movie. I'm gonna film myself, and we're gonna watch the movie now and stuff like that. So that'll make it into the final like bigger video. But I will make a small video for reviewing the movie when it comes out, which I think we get it one day earlier here. So I get to make my review faster. Hee. But then the Chaos Reigns video will hopefully be the next one that comes out, unless it turns out I write too much and it takes me another fucking 5 months.
Yeah, which it's very possible.
Fortunately, there is very little narrative content in Chaos Reigns.
Yes, fortunately. But that's all for me. I don't want to take up all the screen time. Let's move it on to like what's new with you, Snake-a-D?
Well, I'm still doing the 10th anniversary of Line Through Time stuff. I wasn't sure if I was going to do one this month, but then I found out that Resident Evil's 30th anniversary is actually this month. I think it's on the 23rd or so. So I'm probably going to do a Line Through Time Resident Evil Part 2. Last time, I think 7 was the most recent game. I think Death Island was coming out, and we had 7, 2 make, and I think 3 make. So basically, Village onwards is what this one will cover. And like I said in my video I just put out for whether or not the remakes are canon on Cannonball, that was going to be part of that video, but I decided to split it off and make it a separate video. So basically 2 Resident Evil videos in 1 month, as it turns out. Then I got a few other ideas. Like I've got one idea as a short that's like, here's every time Leon has died across various things. Because like, it's a surprising number of times if you count like the movies and the non-canon games and stuff. Like it's a surprising amount of times they've just done Leon in. Like he gets done dirty sometimes.
Movies? Huh, interesting.
Yeah, there are 2 deaths for Leon in the Anderson movies alone.
I didn't know he dies in those. Damn.
He's not main character enough for him.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not his wife.
That version has no Riz because he puts his hand on Ada's thigh and she just takes his hand, moves it off, and that's it. Whereas the game version is just like, I'm Ernest, and she's like sloppy toppy all over that guy.
Yeah, he's like hilariously asexual in the games. The women just come on to him.
Yes. Well, then he does chase Ada a lot. I literally describe it as like Batman and Catwoman, Ada and Leo.
Yeah, it's meant to be, clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
But I don't know. Even then, it's kind of like, I don't know. I can't tell.
Well, there's spoilers about Requiem, but we can't tell about that. We'll talk about when you play it.
You spoiled it by not spoiling it.
So then I did the Sonic Fortnite collab concept.
Yeah.
Absolutely bombed. Only got 2,000 views.
I actually,
Hey,
sorry
we've all
to
been
interrupt
there.
you. My newest video did bomb too. The one where I made the poker skit compilation. I made a poker skit, and the entire skit, the joke is that it's a comment that I got, and nobody watched it, which is fine. I didn't put too much effort into that, but still.
Yeah,
I was
fuck you,
sad.
Sonic, you lazy bastard. It's a re-upload.
What? No, it's not a re-upload. It's a new video. What the fuck?
Oh, it is? I thought it was a
spent
segment from... I thought it was a segment from your Sucks
No,
video.
it's a completely new video. It's a completely
Oh,
new skit.
fuck.
Nobody
My
watched
bad.
it.
Well, it's probably because they thought it was from your main video. I thought it was. I straight up thought it was from your main video.
I should have done more
whoops.
effort into the thumbnail, but I thought the poker skit like shenanigan
It's not
thumbnail
where
would have
it'll
been worked, but it did not. Unfortunately, but it's fine. It's
You can't really predict YouTube anymore. YouTube is so fucking weird lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
But
when
go
you think
ahead,
you
Snake. Sorry,
understand
keep
it.
going.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Even the like the MK2 trailer 2 deep analysis video only got like less than 7K views. So
That's
I think it's
normal.
I think,
Weirdly enough, like people don't
I
care
think-
about reactions
I think this
from
is,
us.
I think it's the beginning of the end, to be honest.
No, people like reaction videos. They don't like lore. I almost wanted to say, I didn't know how to phrase it in the comments. I wanted to say this takes me back because Snake is doing what used to be cool. He's doing an actual breakdown of the trailer and pointing out tiny details and stuff. And then I'm like, damn, no one does this anymore. And I wonder why. And I'm like, oh, because the dumb reaction video of like blowjob face, gets like way more views. So they just do that.
Yeah, but I meant like for the three of us, I don't think our reactions for the trailers have been that successful. Like even the first trailer
True.
when I reacted to it, nobody gave a shit. Like I don't think we're really good at those type of reaction videos and whatnot.
Well, we're not known for it. Yeah.
But when I make my big critique about Mortal Kombat 2, the movie, people are gonna watch that. So I just think that's how our
You
audiences are.
say that, but you say that. It could
Oh,
still
I
bomb.
know it. No, I know it. I know. I know
Nope.
my audience.
I will take steps to bomb this video. No I'm kidding.
take steps. I was about to say bet on it, but now you say that. Now I'm scared.
Don't you make me bet on it. I will rig it just like I rigged Paramount to buy Warner Brothers so I could win
I'll
that.
rig it like
that-
I
that
rigged the
bet.
election.
Yeah.
Sorry,
The
Snake,
election
keep
was so
going.
easy to rig compared to the Paramount buyout.
That is.
That was child's play.
And I've also got a couple of videos planned for the 1st of April. So I look forward to that.
Nice. Yeah.
I also need to decide what to do because on the 21st of April will be the 10th anniversary of the MK9 2016 critique part 1 because originally it was done in parts. So I don't know what to do to celebrate that. So
See
I'll have
how
to
you
figure
feel
something out by
about
then.
make a reaction video of that. That's what I did with my Mortal Kombat X 10-year anniversary videos. I just reacted to what the fuck I was doing 10 years ago.
Oh, I don't know if I could do that because it's it's like maybe it's just for part 1. But I
He says the
can't
C
sit
word
through-
too much.
I can't sit through 2 hours of it of my old stuff from 10 years ago. Where even stuff from like 6 months ago, I listened to it and I go, I can't listen to this. 10
I
years
can't.
ago, God.
That's what I did, and I literally will
die.
be saying shit like, "I cannot believe I said that. I can't believe YouTube let me get away with that," and stuff like that.
Yep.
It's like 10 years
I
ago.
feel like there's two reactions to watching your old videos that every YouTuber has. It's not like the same reaction every time. What I mean is, as a YouTuber, you have both these reactions to your old content. It's either, holy shit, my videos were so bad back then. How were they this bad? Or it's, damn, even back then I fucking knew what I was doing. This video aged like wine.
I mean, I'm a little bit of both for myself when I watch those
Yeah.
videos. It's like, oh, I'm really bad at editing back in the day. But then I'm like, this joke actually kind of ages well, and also this joke carried on to the future. People still reference when I made fun of like Quan Chi becomes weak because he fell off a horse. It became like a meme. Because like after that, he's
Yeah.
like, oh, I need protection, and stuff like that. Even though it's supposed to imply that he got weak because he's getting weaker throughout the years, but just like he just fell off a horse, and after that, Liu Kang has to like protect him. Like, I'm
You
so
know what
weak.
this means? You know what this means? Son? You have to merge the memes. You take
Yeah.
Quan Chi falling off a horse, KK in a wheelchair, Quan Chi in a
Yeah.
wheelchair because he fell off a horse.
And then you find some way to blend it into the new
review Mortal
JoJo
Kombat
show.
X, I was gonna say I did merge these jokes in my recent poker skit that nobody watched, so there's that. I did reference that, but that's a good one. I'll keep that in
Sorry,
mind when
I
I
didn't
review Mortal Kombat X. But sorry, we keep interrupting you. Keep going.
No, that's pretty much everything. I don't really have any big videos planned for this month. Other than this one video I'm doing about Injustice, where I talk about the ending of the game, the first game, and how it was adapted in the comic and in the movie, and how they are different, and how the strengths and weaknesses of each. And so that's going to be an adaptive difficulty. I was going to work on that last month, but other video topics came up, so I pushed it back. But that's probably going to be the biggest video for this month.
You should save that for when they announce Injustice 3.
They're not going to.
They're not going to. I'm sorry, but they're not going to.
Don't worry, we'll have another person to talk about it with us next week.
I was gonna say, I like that you brought up the Quan Chi falling off the horse because I still remember Super Best Friends doing a Let's Play. You know, Wooly, our boy Wooly, and of course Pat, who I still want to talk to. I fucking love Pat.
Friend of the show and also his friends.
Yes.
Yes. Exactly. Wooly and friends of Wooly. So I love when they were reacting to the MKX like story mode, and I didn't get like why this was so funny, but they're right. Pat straight up says, I never thought, look at what we're seeing right now. Quan Chi is hiding behind a rock while Liu Kang covers for him. He's hiding like a little kid behind the rock, like, oh, don't hurt me. He's like, bro, it's fucking Quan Chi hiding behind a rock. This was the main villain for like 3 games. Yeah.
In my Mortal Kombat X video, I specifically say like they gotta take Quan Chi like helping a pregnant woman walk across the road. It's like, come over, lady. I say that in the video. That's how I phrase it.
Fuck you, that's funny. That's good. Fuck you, but that's funny. Then again, I hate Quan Chi, so dog on him harder. I don't like Quan Chi. I think his moves are really cool though, so I'm conflicted. Whenever Quan Chi gets revealed for a game, I'm like, I don't like him character-wise, but god damn it, his gameplay is always so fucking cool and interesting.
Consider this, dog. Imagine if, because Quan Chi's moves at their core are just stolen from Shang Tsung. Imagine if Quan Chi didn't exist. Those moves could be on Shang Tsung.
Kind of, but also Quan Chi was known for like being the necromancer and stuff. That was never really so much Shang Tsung's thing until later.
That was Shang Tsung's thing.
Gameplay.
Quan Chi
Gameplay.
Really? Because I thought that Quan Chi was the one who was summoning like zombies and skeletons and stuff.
No, he didn't do that until Armageddon's intro.
Okay, but did Shang Tsung ever summon zombies and skeletons and stuff?
No, but he's the one who resurrected Sindel, and he's the one.
Oh, okay, sure. But I meant like little minions that fight for him and stuff. Also, Quan Chi has a tentacle hentai monster, so I mean, there's that too.
That's a new one. Yeah, they added that for him.
Yeah, they keep getting him new shit, and I'm like,
I will say.
I love the way that one fight intro. I forget which side it is, but he's just there, and the tentacle just reaches out and like caresses his shoulder, and it's like. Is something going on here? Do you want to tell us something, NetherRealm?
With his face like, like that.
Cut back to my meme of cut to my meme of Shang Tsung doing this. The little bite lip that he does in MK1, and it's like Shang Tsung watching the tentacle monster do unspeakable things to their enemies. Yeah.
Did either of you two play the Guardians of the Galaxy game?
No, he did, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So the bit when they go to Lady Hellbender's castle, and then they wake up in the night, and Quill's coming out of this room, and there's like a tentacle, and he's like getting away from like a lover. It's like Quill fucked a tentacle monster off screen. It's like that's what I imagine Quan Chi's like. He's like, no, and I need to meet with Shang Tsung and General Shao later.
I've got a meeting. Yeah,
it's an important. Yes.
I've got a very important meeting I must attend to with the tentacle lady.
What's up with you, TrueUnderDawg? How you been?
Well, I'm pretty happy at this new idea of videos that have come out. For a while, I was doing pretty good consistently. I was making Street Fighter 6 videos, or just Street Fighter, and integrating them with my Mortal Kombat stuff, and it was doing pretty well. And then out of nowhere, just like Snake's been mentioning, a lot of my videos just started bombing, and there's zero explanation as to why, because it's the same stuff that usually works for me. So YouTube's just weird right now. I don't know what's up. YouTube's just weird. But thankfully, like, I don't care what anyone says. In my opinion, Mortal Kombat 13 has been softly, like, announced. Like very gently implied at the very least, because what else could they mean? And that's been fun to talk about. So I'm going to mention that for a little bit.
That video is pretty successful for you, actually. Mortal Kombat 13 is confirmed.
They're both doing equally well. That's the interesting part. Usually there's a fall off because the next video is admittedly kind of similar to the first video, but I add on information and theories and stuff that we have. And it's still doing the same. Like I checked my tracker and they're doing the exact same minus like maybe 1,000 views and that's it. They're both set to reach that 60,000, 70,000 view mark, which will be fantastic. And the likes are doing well. People aren't mad. I was worried some people would like not understand the video and like get upset at clickbait, but like if you watch the video, I do describe everything in the title of the video. So I'm like, hopefully that doesn't happen, but we'll see. And no, it's got like a 97, 98% like to dislike ratio. So people like the videos, and so that's good. I'm happy about that. I'm still going to keep doing Street Fighter content. I have a pretty funny idea for
Alex.
I'm not sure if y'all watched Alex's gameplay, but for one thing, he's the most expensive character in the game so far. Like holy shit, he's got so much stuff. Like it's hilarious.
Can
he has
I
like
ask
5 supers.
That means? Oh, just a lot of abilities, like a lot of
he's like a bunch of animations. He has like 5 different supers, and that he doesn't even need. Like I understand having like maybe 2 level 2 supers. Like Sagat has, I think, 3 level 2 supers that are just different ways to end his combo. But Alex has like straight up an extra super that's done after his suplex, which is the Kenny Omega reference, where he picks him up and throws their arm over his shoulder and slams their ass. It's just straight up Kenny Omega's move. Like it's his iconic signature move, which I love that move. But there's that one part where he puts the enemy in a chokehold in his level 3 super, and they go, make a surprised face when he first puts him in the chokehold. And I'm like, bro, this is going to get memed. I have to meme this. I'm going to just take that image, probably do some photoshopping of Chun-Li, and I'm going to be like, so I played Alex, ... and just have him like smiling and choking Chun-Li like, like in the back.
There's our thumbnail face right there. Thank you very much.
I might have to do
for the
this.
thumbnail face for our episode.
I might have to. I'm sorry.
You might have to.
It's just too funny. Like the memes write themselves. I'm also curious if they animated. Unfortunately, I think they use the same facial expression for everybody with this super, because Chun-Li makes a generic like "oh" face, and so does Alex when he chokes himself in that one gameplay.
I see.
They showed us. I was hoping each character would have a different face when they're choked, similar to how when Hakan squeezed them out of his like thighs and sent them flying in Street Fighter 4, they each made a different face when they were flying. Like most characters went like because they're flying through the air, but characters like Juri are like I can't believe this is happening. Same with Rose, Juri, like all the serious characters are like just not happy with what's happening. They are not pleased.
There is a lot of characters you got to animate with very expressive facial expressions, which I do love seeing the reactions to a lot of them. With like Marissa's level 3 is like before they get stuff like that. It's great. It's great expressions, great thumbnails and stuff.
Also, on the subject of Alex, I think they changed his level 3 super just completely because it had such a negative reaction. His level 3 critical art or whatever used to be him getting a leg lock and the enemy going like, oh, like reaching towards the camera. And then he twisted over and pulled even harder. And they just kind of like gave up and like passed out. And everyone thought that's a really lame level 3. Like it's very anticlimactic. Now his level 3 is the choke. So I think they completely changed his level 3, like from the ground up. Not just a tiny tweak like with Luke.
Are you seeing the one where they, like the opponent starts like slamming, like hitting the ground with their hand, or something else?
No, that's the current one. The current one, like he's choking them and they tap and he chokes them harder and they just like pass out. And I'm like, damn.
Oh, maybe
that's the new level 3.
Like you said, the expensive stuff. Like maybe they add like both or something. Who knows?
Which, to be fair, it's funny how because Alex is he's motion captured by the wrestler himself, Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, that's super cool because his moves look very authentic. The only downside is now Alex is one of the more literal characters. Everyone else has like high flying moves. Like Zangief, when he throws you, grabs you and jumps like 90 feet in the air and slams you, right? Whereas Alex just goes, whoop, blah, which is like a real wrestling move. Damn, crotch shot. Look at those little undaloos.
Whoa, very adorable.
No, not my Marvel pants, no.
They're so cute. If you're showcasing cool shit, check out these like collectible cards here. Can you even see it actually?
Goat.
The goat, yes, because I recently
that new animated movie or what? Yeah.
Yeah, new animated movie.
Is that by a professional basketball player or something?
I think like Stephen Curry is like the producer and stuff like that. So you can get like all the characters and everything. It's pretty cool actually that the movie theater was just like, yo, do you guys want this? This movie is bombed in our country. It's really successful in America, and we're like, hell yeah, I'll get the whole deck. It seems really cool. Really, the only reason I went to go watch this movie is for this guy. To be fair, like straight up, the only reason.
Is there a lizard?
So. Look at that, he's awesome. He's icon.
Thorns.
Moto is icon. Straight up just watched it for him. But it's Sony Pictures, so it's K-pop Demon Hunter Spider-Verse people. So that's why it's...
Oh, wow.
Animation is fucking insane.
I still have to force my girlfriend to watch Demon Hunters. God damn it. I keep forgetting. She's going to watch it. She thinks she won't. She's going to.
Is that the anti-coin? Oh, no, it's Metal Gear Solid. Hell yeah. Dude!
No, it's
Akira. I've had these two for a while, but then I recently acquired...
I've had these one for a while.
I recently acquired the Big Boss one that they brought out to Delta.
Hell yeah. I'm excited for the collection so I can play MGS4.
It's really funny because it's way more zoomed in than riding our snake.
Actually, yes, I noticed that. All right, I'll put Moto next to Reptile, everybody. There we go.
Also got this.
Oh shit! It's their new designs too because of the remake.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The Cobra.
That design for Boss, or like that like slight redesign for Boss reminds me of when our buddy Plague of Gripes, He's never been on the show, but he should be. Plague of Gripes, Eli. He did a whole he had this cool series back in the day where he'd draw 3 different characters in his own style, and then he'd merge them together in 3 different ways, like this character with this character.
Oh.
Like character A, character B, character A, character C, character B, character C, character C, character A. And he'd make 3, he called it the Trifusion series. I just remember what it's called.
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah.
he did one for Boss, like plus Metroid, and it was like the sickest fucking designs, and like Bayonetta plus Metroid, and it was super cool.
That
I
sounds
remember
really
that
cool.
now. Oh, that was great.
It was awesome. I missed that series. I understand it's a pain in the ass to draw like that many detailed characters over and over again, which is why he probably stopped doing the series. But yeah, I think that's probably it for me as far as my plans for the future. I'm going to keep doing my fun like tier list videos. I'm going to keep doing some introspective videos on Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, all that fun stuff. But also, hopefully, I'm going to keep mixing in some Mortal Kombat 1 news and other stuff like that, because I think I have at least 3 more videos of content around that I've learned some things, and I'm excited to talk about and speculate with and all that cool stuff.
Around M1K?
MK13. My bad.
Oh,
Yeah.
the new one. Okay,
Which I still
gotcha.
think is coming. I don't care what anybody else says. I think it's going to be that.
Sure,
If I'm wrong,
sure.
it's going to be the most hilarious blunder in history, but I just don't see why they do Injustice 3.
No.
Okay.
People keep forgetting how little money it made. And Injustice 2 was expensive. Like, you look at that game even now, you're like, this game's pretty. This game cost a lot. Like, the cutscenes alone looks like real people talking to each other sometimes. You're like, damn, this movie looks expensive as fuck. Like, this game looks expensive, and it didn't do very well. I think MK versus DC
It didn't
still sold more.
fail though. It didn't like financially bankrupt them the way you're putting it. It's still.
I never. What the fuck are you talking about? I never said it financially bankrupted
didn't
anybody.
do successful.
You gotta stop
It's
with
so
this. You gotta
bad.
stop. You keep.
Why would they
doing
waste
this.
money? It's like it doesn't make any sense. It
I
completely
didn't say they
failed.
wasted money. I literally stenographer
implying it.
Snake
You're
go.
implying
I
it,
literally
okay.
said people forget how little money it made. That's all I said.
See, that's such a mean way to put it.
It didn't even say it failed. He just said it didn't make...
Look how little money it made. It means you're implying it, okay? But sure, okay. Use your.
You can
use your
implied suck my
tongue,
dick,
sure.
Sonic, with all this misquoting.
I also kind of feel like because Injustice was coming out in the era of like obviously it was before it, but it was in the era of the Snyderverse and how it was like the darker take on everything, where Superman was like an emotionless gimp and Batman's a psycho. And I like to think that with the new movie, like the new universe, that they're kind of moving away from that, and it could lead to like a broader shift away from such depictions for a while, like the big stuff. So I mean, I would be happy for another DC fighting game.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally by a different studio, just to see what another studio could do with the IP, similar to like Tocom.
Yeah.
Imagine DC versus Capcom. Ooh, there's an idea.
Ooh.
But I do feel like Injustice is kind of run its course, because Injustice 2 isn't even really Injustice, because like concept-wise, it's not about the conflict between Batman and Superman. It's about how they could come back together and it doesn't work out.
Oh no, Brainiac.
What more can you really do that's not just the same? Or like Superman gets out and he's teaming up with like General Zod or something, so Batman has to fight him again. I think the concept has run its course unless they reboot it entirely and start with a new take on the superhero community divide idea with like different characters in the lead. Otherwise, I just don't think there's much more they can do. I mean, I think gameplay wise, sure, but that can just apply to any DC game. They could just make a new DC fighting game with the same gameplay, and that's it. So like the story.
To be
run
fair,
its course.
they have like so many comics, which they don't. Which I'm not saying that would be Injustice 3's plot is to adapt those comics, but at the same time, like both endings literally could lead to more stuff in Injustice 2, which.
But again, it's like it's either because like with the Superman ending just leads to a resistance force against the evil Superman again, or
again.
Without multiverse influences.
or the Batman one, it's Superman gets out of prison and becomes a threat again.
Yeah.
With the
and
mirror
the
dimension,
old-
what do they call that dimension again?
Phantom Zone. But
Yeah, with
the multiverse
villains
is
who come from the Phantom Zone, perhaps.
the multiverse is really all that's left, and like people are so over the multiverse. I think it'd be best to leave that.
They did multiverse in the first game. That's why I really hope if they ever do anything
Yeah.
else, they just don't. That's what I appreciate too. Just trying their best to like avoid that. There's still a little bit with the Green Arrow and his wife. How did I forget about his wife's name?
Black Canary.
Black Canary, because they come from a different universe, but they're just here for like a cameo.
So I can't say for sure this is accurate. This is vgsales.fandom.com, best-selling fighting games article. According to this, Injustice 1 is the 14th best-selling fighting game of all time.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's by franchise, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's the 14th highest franchise, outdoing KOF, apparently.
Well, duh.
Too surprising. Not too surprising.
Listen, I love KOF, but PS2 ass looking game.
Hey, it's got really beautiful. Okay, I'm talking about before 13. You know, like that's.
According
I'm
to
not talking
this,
about 3D.
for fighting games overall, Injustice 1 is the 94th best-selling fighting game. And Injustice 2 is the 89th. Apparently, according to this, Injustice 2 outsold Injustice 1 by about 300,000 copies.
Nice.
Interesting.
But not enough to probably warrant a sequel. Yeah. So Injustice 2, from what I'm looking up right here, between 1.5 and 1.7 million units, which is, it sounds good, but it's really low compared to like Mortal Kombat X, which sold like what, 12 million?
I mean, compared to Mortal Kombat 1, if you want to be more specific.
MK vs DCU did outsell both of them because it got 2 million, and like Injustice 2 was 1.7.
Cool.
Yeah. So wait, MK vs DC did outsell them or did not?
It did.
That's what I thought. Yeah, MK vs DC
MKX is the 14th highest.
Yeah, MK1 sold 6 million. So that's like the worst performing recent Mortal Kombat game, and it still sold 6 times, like 5-6 times what Injustice 2 did. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't see them like. I would love an Injustice 3. I don't want to get it twisted. I'd prefer Injustice 3 because I want to see Beast Boy. I think the gameplay is fun if they just remove the zoners. If you get like 2 regular characters to fight in Injustice games, like just not the keep away character, it's fun to watch. Like Bane versus Cheetah is fun. Like Batman versus Flash is fun to watch. It's actually fun to play too. It's just the damn zoning, because for some reason NetherRealm not only makes keep away characters good, that's not even the issue. The problem is they're boring. Like, you can make a keep away character fun to watch. Like, Dizzy in Guilty Gear Strive is fun to watch. She's constantly doing different things the whole time to keep the enemy away. Dhalsim's fun to watch. Like, you can make a keep away character fun. The problem is they make it the same, like Dr. Fate. Bing. Boom. That's it. That's Dr. I just showed you Dr. Fate. That's how he plays. That's his gameplay. Deathstroke.
Does one of the Kryptonians have? One of the Kryptonians has heat vision as just a special character action ability. We just press circle or B and just fire a laser.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's not even an input. It's just you press a button, she fires a laser.
Yes, it's very easy, and she can do it from the air. She can do it like aiming upward, and then of course the Green Arrow. Which, I mean, watching Green Arrow was hyped for a little bit in Injustice 2, only because nobody thought he was good, and then he just started winning tournaments. That one player. And it was like, oh, this is cool. Then he just kept winning. And you're like, now that I watch your gameplay a bit more closely, it's literally just ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-doom. I jump back, fire 3 times, and then wait. And what does the opponent do? Jump, gets frozen. And then same thing, ba-doom, 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 and just runs away. And I'm like, damn. Actually, you're unhype as hell.
But, again, if you're asking the wantness, it's like, obviously we're Mortal Kombat fans. I want Mortal Kombat 13. But there is the other part of me that wants Injustice is just because I want them to kind of take a break. Because as we stated before, Mortal Kombat 1 definitely feels rushed. Definitely feels like, get it out, get the hype on and stuff like that. And if they make Mortal Kombat 13 now, if they tripped over like the door for Mortal Kombat 1 to get it out, it's like they're fucking crawling now if they for whatever they're doing just to like instantly get after Chaos Reigns. Are they already done with the cutscene in the next game already? Like here the next expansion, guys. We're gonna have a multiverse with who's a new character? Jade. Yes, Titan Jade now.
I almost wish that like Paramount, they're not going to do this because again, I don't think Injustice makes enough money to warrant this, but it would be really cool if they did like what Call of Duty does, where there's like 2 different teams that make different Call of Duty games, but like one team makes Injustice and one team makes Mortal Kombat, and that way like every 2 years the new game comes out. That'd be kind of cool, but it could also immediately water down, And also the issue with Injustice, and I like this, don't get it twisted, but one of the cool strengths and weaknesses, but mainly a strength of NetherRealm's Mortal Kombat games, each one plays differently. So there's a reason to want to play each of them. Like if you're feeling I want to be a rushdown character today, I want to like just have a hectic, crazy, fun time, you play MKX. If you want a more methodical, slow-paced footsie game, you play MK11. If you want that nostalgia with all the best characters, you play MK9. As long as you don't mind the bullshit, because MK9 has so much bullshit in it. And then MK1 is for people like me who like a crazy amount of depth. Like there's just so much to do in that game as far as gameplay itself. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. Like I just recently learned when you pair Ashra with Movado, she's like a completely new character. And I find that really cool. So that's interesting. Whereas with Injustice 2 is literally Injustice 1, just with some different characters. They play almost identical. Yeah.
Okay.
Except they changed some things. Like Flash lost one of his coolest moves from the previous game, but it's whatever. Yeah, Injustice 2, all the legacy characters are nearly identical. So Flash, Batman, Bane, they're extremely similar. They only just tweaked a couple of moves. Like, for example, Batman's Batarang, he used to throw 2. And people thought that was cheap because it would break armor on like 90% of the characters. So like, it's kind of cheap. So instead he throws one Batarang, but he goes backwards when he throws it, like he spins away, which ended up being broken in its own way because giving any character the option to retreat while throwing a projectile is absurdly OP, which is why most fighting games don't fucking do it in NetherRealm. I'm trying to think of any fighting game character who throws a projectile while backdashing at the same time. Because that's like, it defeats you can't punish it. The whole point of a fireball is like, oh, if I guess right, I can jump right when you're throwing it and do a jump in, full combo. But you can't do that if the guy's backtracking when he throws it. It's like the best projectile in the game. And he can detonate it. He can blow it up and it catches you jumping over it. It's the cheapest shit. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Injustice 2 and 1 are very similar, which some players liked because you have legacy knowledge. Very similar to Tekken. Like, I know this character. I know Flash. I've played Flash.
Isn't that Street Fighter and Tekken, right? Like, most fighting game franchises take the legacy knowledge of these characters.
Most of them are iterative, whereas MK is just basically rebuild it from the ground up. And
there's pros and cons for both, but I can see.
I mean, it's one way to actually distinguish the two series, really. So it's not just, this is just MK again, but with DC characters. It's, well, this one has a more stable thing. I also wonder if it could come down to some degree to, like, a degree of control from DC, with, like, well, they don't want to just keep changing the characters, or they don't want the characters to do crazy stuff that they can't actually do normally. Whereas with MK, they just go buck wild and go, oh, well, Sub-Zero can just do this because we said so. Whereas, like, Killer Frost, maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Killer Frost is cool to bring back, but I don't want to repeat characters. Yeah.
We will talk about this more on the next episode. So believe it or not, like I'm not adding up too much because I guarantee you we're going to talk way more about this because we didn't even mention the rumors as to why Dog is more confident about 13 recently. Regardless, I thought it would be fun to end this episode with a very, very awesome question that was submitted by our lovely fans. A great question this time. Unlike a Bihan one.
You're just a hater.
Get ready, because this is going to require a lot of brain power from the both of you.
Oh boy.
Because this is a whole entire scenario question, and I'm going to read it verbatim. So this is a question left by, I think it's Mitchell Z, as I pronounce it. So here we go. If you guys could take the place of any of the Mortal Kombat characters with the objective of surviving until Armageddon, so that means the first timeline, who would you pick? Keep in mind some additional rules. You would take place a few weeks before the first tournament, so no making villains heroes, at least not out of nowhere. You have 1 week before the first tournament. You would know all of their technique and powers, so you could defend yourselves. If you tell any of the other characters that you are from another world, you die. And also, they imply then Sonic, you cannot choose Reptile. And he says, like, dude, you can't sim for him if you are him. So, who are you picking?
It's kind of I hate to be mean, but it's kind of a simple question. It's kind of an obvious question to answer to me, because there's some characters who can't die. Like, I don't think Meat can even die, because he pulls his own head off casually and he's fine. But then again, you could argue Meat's not canon, so maybe I can't use him. But
the argument
Meat's an
also
obvious
is
choice.
like, do you want to be Meat for 6 games? Do you just want to live around like that?
This kind of feels like it is taking that time I got reincarnated as Yamcha and turning it into an MK thing.
I see.
Giving it to us, basically.
Then Chameleon's also a good choice, because Chameleon canonically was never seen until Armageddon. So
if you want to survive, that's true.
Like a character who just never gets involved in anything. That's why my mind was thinking, maybe Striker, because he's only in 2 games and he's got a gun. And I'd be good with a gun if I was Striker.
Personally,
that'd be an
I would be
option.
very careful with Earth Roamers because, like, if you're an Earth Roamer, if you just live on Earth, you got to handle the Mortal Kombat 3 invasion, which isn't like what 99% of the population got their souls sucked by Shao Kahn or something. Then like Shinnok will invade Earth. I think is that does he do that in 4 or
it was Edenia in 4.
okay?
I mean, being Rain would be kind of badass because, yeah, it goes south for him in Mortal Kombat X, but I would know that's coming because the idea is I know the lore.
Well, it's just
So-
again.
Original timeline.
So you don't have to,
So
no, you don't have to worry about
Oh.
the midway stuff.
Yeah.
the Netherrealm stuff.
Does Rain
I
ever
think it would
die
be
in the original timeline?
No.
oh,
don't
at
think
least
so.
in the Armageddon. Yeah, not till
I
the
think
Armageddon part,
Rain's
yeah.
a pretty good choice then, only because Rain gives me an excuse to like just beat Debosh, and because like Shao Kahn made him prince, and he probably enjoys all the stupid luxuries of being a prince. Like, yes, everyone feed me grapes, and like do like belly dancing around me and
You
stuff.
do
Like,
need
just
to
have the hose.
eventually handle the fact that Edenia comes back because Liu Kang gets it back for them,
Yeah.
and then they will hate the fuck out of you.
I could just help them betray Shao Kahn when I know it's coming, and be like,
True.
yeah, I'm a double agent.
It spans over the course of about 10 years.
Yes.
And so you have to consider the downtime between games as well.
yeah, I gotta
so
live my
I
life.
have all those
Exactly.
centuries to just enjoy Shao Kahn's regime.
So you could be like, oh, well, I want to be Johnny Cage because of his, because his status and whatnot, although his career does take a dip. But presumably he'll
True.
still be rich. He has to pick a character who's around a lot where bad shit doesn't happen. So the
Yeah.
best options are probably the ones who were only around for 1 or 2 games.
I have like some answers. One of the answers that I have is if I want power, if I want status. Weirdly enough, I was thinking of Kintaro, because I was like, Goro is really strong because he's got like his whole Shokan army and stuff like that, but he dies in the first game. So I'm like, what if I instead play as somebody? What if I be somebody who could take his place?
But he does lose. Yeah.
Does Kintaro die though? Because he's losing the
I
second
don't think
game.
Goro
It's-
dies.
it's
I think
never
Goro's
been-
fine.
Well,
Yeah.
Goro's presumed dead a couple of times, but he never actually dies in the original timeline. Kintaro, we don't know. If Shaolin Monks is canon, then yes, but if not, then it was never addressed. We have no idea
Yeah.
where Kintaro
So
went.
he's kind of an
he's
anomaly.
presumed dead. It's easy enough to presume he's dead. It's reasonable enough, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is like Goro has a lot of shit happens to him throughout the games. Kintaro is way more in the background. So if I'm Kintaro, then I can think of like just completely counter Goro. Like that's my whole entire goal. Beat him, then I get the Shokan army to do whatever the fuck I want. That's one of the ideas I'm thinking of. I was thinking Shiva too, but doesn't Shiva also die in like one of the games? And also like, isn't she contractually obligated to like serve Sindel because of the new games and whatnot? So I thought that would be more complicated. I'm also thinking of the angle of taking and protecting Reptile's race right now. So I feel like with the Shokan powers, that could be pretty good for me. There is another character that I thought would be very, very good because I thought of Raiden, but it's like he's too complicated with all the human shenanigans and stuff like that. So instead, how about I think of a character who is about that strong, but he doesn't have that much connections, called Fujin.
Fujin?
I could be Fujin and be like, okay, I don't care about my original tactics. I'm gonna go to Outworld and take Reptile's race. And Reptile needs someone to worship. He needs someone to be their like leader so that he won't go crazy. So I'll have him worship me, and then he won't go crazy into like
You
Deadly
fucking-
Alliance mode.
This
And
is
I'll
somehow
work
more
out, and
debauched than my idea. You're somehow more debauched than my idea, which was
Sonic-
the goal
I'm
of
strong.
being debauched.
Sonic is
I'm
literally
strong.
taking his analysis of what Liu Kang is and what he does in M1K and saying but me in the original timeline with Reptile as my minion. So it's
harem.
like, he tells Reptile that
My
he's like
harem.
he's a god, and Reptile's like, so what? I'm supposed to like bow down and worship you? And he goes, yes.
I will
Yes.
take care of your Reptile race. Because the
Unironically,
Reptile
yes.
race hasn't been annihilated in the original timeline. It's just really, really little, so I can still protect their race. I'll be their
It's just
guardian.
really, really low.
And
thing
my main goal is not about surviving the Armageddon. My main goal is protecting Reptile.
Well, there's one that I think could work because you do have foreknowledge.
Yes, we
Right.
have knowledge. Exactly. Yes, we have the knowledge of what happens.
Which means if you know the bad things are going to happen, you can just prevent them. So it's like, you could say, well, I'll be Liu Kang. It's like, well, that means I'm the best fighter in the realms. I beat the shit out of the villains of the first 4 games. Then Deadly Alliance happens, but I know it's going to happen. Therefore, I can just prepare for it. I can just say, so Kung Lao, Shang Tsung might try and infiltrate us. You can't just say outright that you have foreknowledge. You have to go. You can go. Surely Shang Tsung shapeshifter. you might try something. Also, train with Jax and Sonya how to use guns, and so when the Deadly Lights show up, you just go...
Knew about it.
Just annihilate Shang Tsung and Quan Chi, because they're not immune to guns. They just die.
That is one thing that I did think about with this.
But because that's so late in the timeline, it's like there's like maybe a couple of years left until Armageddon. There's just Deception, Armageddon, Deception. Try and maybe do something about that. Deadly Lights just doesn't happen, and then Armageddon's going to come up, and it's like you don't have to worry about we have changed the past. What happens next is anyone's guess. You don't have to worry about that because it's so soon. Like, you just go, Liu Kang, learn how to use guns, make some preparations with Kung Lao and Raiden to make sure that, well, not Raiden because he's an Elder God now, make preparations with Kung Lao to make sure the Deadly Lights don't get me, and then work out what to do about Onaga, and then Armageddon happens, then I'm just going to gather all the good guys for Armageddon, and because I'm there, I can just wreck Blaze and just save the realms.
True, with knowledge.
And become Fire God Liu Kang. And then it's like, well, now I'm Fire God Liu Kang. And so basically, now Sindel's like, so what, am I supposed to worship you? And I go, yes. Yes, Sindel, please worship me.
There it is, the true motive right there. Loop around to this, the true motive here. That does interest me, because I have noticed there are some characters that are pretty broken if you know knowledge. It's like, if you're Shao Kahn, you can also choose just to sit back and enjoy life. You could also just choose not to do all the terrible things.
Your kingdom.
It's like, I got all the power here.
Unless I've always assumed the one being is in his ear, and like whispering him like a little brain worm into doing a lot of that stuff. That's what I've always assumed. You may have to live with with that. Is what I'm trying to say. You may have to live with like this voice in your head saying, "Do it, conquer the realms, do it." And you're like, no, I just want to live peacefully. No. Do it. It's like an irresistible urge.
I just want to marry an older widow, please. Because Sindel in that timeline, she's a widow the whole time. She never gets any of her husbands back. She's still a widow. I can just go, let me slide into your DMs, Sindel.
No, you're a bad man. You're a bad man, Snake. You are worse than me.
I think we're both kind of worse than you. I've noticed for this question, we both have been worse than you, dog.
I know. I thought I was going to be the one like going low, and y'all went like way lower than my idea.
So I was actually kind of wondering if it's like, maybe, because those are some fun answers, what if we need to keep someone like, stupid phrase, but what if we need to keep the canon events? So like certain moments like Liu Kang's death, Onaga's revival, I was thinking, what if we just kill Blaze and we just prevent Armageddon and whatnot? It's like, these canon events do happen. We just need to survive to it. Like, I wonder if that would change.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you kind of need to like not kill Blaze, because wasn't Blaze a countermeasure? Because like too many warriors fighting was literally ripping the fabric of reality apart or something crazy like that.
It was that if Taven and Dagon, if one of them defeated Blaze, it would basically strip all the warriors of their powers, which we assume is Taven. And the other one will get them all killed. So we assume, if we Taven win, then everyone loses their powers and everything will be fine. But then I'm pretty sure it ends up being the third option,
which is nothing happens.
Okay, see, I thought the intro of Armageddon itself straight up says that the reason the gods in Argus even made this whole thing, the pyramid and this whole destiny, is because if the warriors kept fighting, they would destroy reality itself or something. And it's like their insatiable bloodlust would lead to that.
I think the idea is that the reason there are two outcomes is that Argus has one idea, and I think he's the ruthless one, being like, kill them all. And I think Dealey is like trying to temper it, going, no, like, we just take the powers away. And so then it's like, well, both, and we'll make it a game with our sons. I think that's what it was.
That makes sense.
So
which is why I still laugh when people go, oh my god, there's Mortal Kombat characters are so weak. I'm like, guys, it's stated in the lore that these regular Mortal Kombat characters fighting is breaking reality. That's how strong they are. Get out of here.
Actually, dog, there was a part of me that was thinking when I asked this question, you would come up with the most interesting scenarios, because you've made so many like blah blah blah, can they survive in this Mortal Kombat universe type videos.
Yeah.
So I did kind of wonder, it's like,
yes,
maybe, right?
It's like,
he has made so many.
Dogs be like, can TrueUnderDawg survive Mortal Kombat?
The answer is no.
With a gun and a grenade.
I'm not even that good with a gun, and I don't like killing people, so I wouldn't be very effective, like, either way.
I don't like killing people.
I'm a surprisingly unviolent person.
Know.
Yeah. I'm one of those guys who loves to practice martial arts and like do weapons and stuff. I have the nunchucks, but if I had to actually use it on somebody, I would hate that. I don't like hurting people, so I do terribly in the Mortal Kombat universe. Then again, I could just tell myself it's all fake. and go full psycho mode, that it's not real, you know? But then I think I'd still just get killed, because the joke is that everyone's died at some point in Mortal Kombat, unless you're just a complete nobody. But then you run the risk of like dying anyway because you're weak. Like technically, I don't think Kira's ever canonically died, but she's weak. So if you become Kira, you run the risk of like just fucking up and getting killed.
True. There was a character I did think that would be pretty... She's not like OP, but technically speaking, you won't die as her. But it's a bad. Nobody wants to be her. Devora. You could just roam around, get killed, but you'll be completely fine and stuff. I did.
And Devora canonically is actually almost impossible to kill. We don't know that because they never show it in the games. But in the comics, she gets ripped in half, and I must specify how she gets ripped in half. Down the middle. Not the like cliche like at the waist.
Darth Maul,
down
not
the
Darth Maul
fucking
style.
middle, and she comes back from that. So Devora pretty OP.
The way Shao Kahn kills Kung Lao in Battle of the Realms, basically that.
Oh yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, just like that. Exactly.
Reiko just grabs her and rips raw. Like there's not even a hat to make it easier. He just goes goodbye and just rips her in half down the middle. So. Oh, Reiko, freaking aura maxing in MKX comics. Like,
you were so
all that
cool
Reiko's
in
doing
that
the entire
comic.
game is aura farming
And then
until he
has a
dies in the
meltdown.
least aura way ever. Yeah.
He has a meltdown.
I like how-
his flesh melts.
Yeah, I like how when I said he died in the comics, people said spoiler, and I'm like, it's not a spoiler because I bet the games will never mention it because they're so good at
True.
ignoring like what happens.
Yeah,
all they mention is the
literally.
Reiko Accords. They don't even mention that Goro and Melina banged.
Yeah, the only reference to Reiko in that entire trilogy is the Reiko Accords. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like the comics are only canon when mentioned, and if big things happen, then they're not canon. If this character
Yes.
died, it might not be canon. But if you
Yep.
mention it in the game, then it's canon.
Everything we know about Scarlet in that comic is contradicted in her next appearance.
Yeah, so that's all not canon, unfortunately. Ooh, speaking of that comic, I just thought of Tremor. That doesn't seem too bad, having a rock
Stuck in the
body.
dream realm.
But I think the original Tremor may have been killed in Special Forces. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, if you're Tremor, I got a week before the tournament, so I think you're dead by then. Oops, too bad. But I mean, if you can, I think Tremor is not a bad character to just. I'm out the Black Dragon. Bye, be doing my own thing with the rock body and stuff like that. Not
I'm
too
gonna do my
shabby.
own
He doesn't.
thing.
I'm gonna do my
How
own
about
thing.
how about mocap? Because then you don't have to fight anybody. Oh,
You do get stuck in
'cause
Chaos Realm for a bit though.
Yeah.
You will get your
Shujinko
soul
punches-
sucked in 3.
Shujinko punches you in the dick. Fuck.
Yeah, unfortunate.
This is me just being Rain. This is my life as Rain for like hundreds of years because I lived for so damn long.
True.
So this is just me just partying for a long ass time.
You're creating a monster there too.
Dog, we take over the character a week before the tournament, and then we are them for like 10 to 12 years.
Yep.
You don't
Oh,
get-
that's right.
you
It's a
don't
week
get-
before the tournament. You're right. I don't get to enjoy
Yeah.
my hundreds of years of debauchery. Damn it.
Unfortunately,
Fuck. That was part of my plan. Well, you could just be Chronica. That's an obvious answer too. You'd survive no matter what.
Oh, you could.
How about MK11? Like God and Elder God characters are off the table just because
Maybe
it's
that's a
not
little
fun.
too. Yeah, I think that's a little
Because
too.
Cetron's too
much,
easy.
yeah.
Cetron never does anything, so of course she makes it into. Oh, it's
She
also
could just be
original
an elder
timeline.
god.
Yeah, it's
is.
original timeline.
But I do think it's
Okay.
funny to bring NRS characters to original timeline because they could be there and whatnot.
Technically,
I think it's
Devora was
funny.
retconned to being there. Don't forget.
Yeah. That's why I brought up Devora. I'm like, she could just be around. Like the existence of like chitin species, like they could be around. Like why not? That's why I thought she'd be OP in this scenario.
Lying is OP.
Indeed.
That's a Hassan Piker quote.
Oh, he said that? Damn.
Yeah. I regret using this OBS bot like Ob Center thing because it's taking up so much space. It's gonna be a 100 GB file. What the fuck?
Okay, don't worry.
Anyway.
We should end the episode soon if we have any more
Yeah.
answers. I like my Fujin answer the most.
I think Fujin's a smart one, like a god
Reptile.
character. Fujin for the next Mortal Kombat game. Fujin for Mortal Kombat 13.
Exactly. People love Fujin. Like definitely.
For me, I'd say as long as we don't have to maintain the events, if we can change them, then Liu Kang
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
If we have to keep it the same, that's tricky. You want to be someone who doesn't die, and there's quite a few of them.
Well, also
who
don't
die at
forget
some
Snake.
point.
Don't forget Snake. As Liu Kang, you wouldn't even have to take countermeasures to stop the Deadly Alliance because Liu Kang just got cheap shot, not knowing that Quan Chi was even there. He was putting the bricks. He was like laying the fucking smackdown on Shang Tsung casually, you would know that Quan Chi's there, so you wouldn't even get hit by that cheap shot. You could probably take them both. You could probably solo their asses.
Yeah.
This is a cat. Like what Snake is saying now is the canon event is Liu Kang dies, so he has to die here. So even as ridiculous as you prevent it, somehow you'll slip and like break your neck or some shit like that.
Well, then you pull a Shao Kahn and you tell Raiden, like, hey Raiden, can you make a copy of me for no unspecified reason? Yeah, a clone of me. Or how about, can you make like a countermeasure? Like, can you have the Elder Gods bless me because I've saved the Earth like 3 times. Can you have the gods bless me to where my soul can't be stolen?
I got it.
That'd be kind of nice.
Shit, what is that fucker called?
You just pull some fucking Modern Warfare 2 bullshit and go, I was never in that academy.
Oh, or you're just like, you're Snake and you're not afraid of killing the enemy. So you're Liu Kang, but you actually make sure the enemies are dead. So you just straight up kill Shang Tsung. You straight up kill Quan Chi. Yeah.
I have a plan. You need to be Hornbuckle. You need to be the fake Liu Kang.
Yeah.
And have
in the background, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be as strong as Liu Kang, but then Liu Kang can still die, and you can still do shit.
That means that means according to some people, I then have to beat Blaze in a fight.
Well, you don't have to beat him; just fight him. You just find the background. This is the daily routine here. We're just fighting. We're training Blaze right now in the background.
Okay. I think Kano's actually a pretty good pick.
Oh, you do have the Black Dragon organization. You do have that.
Yeah, and then
thing.
after losing that, I become a general of Shao Kahn because I fucking lie to Shiva and get her killed, and then I'm Shao Kahn's general. So you know that scene in the first movie where he's eating that fucking succulent meat?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
that chicken.
That for the next 10 years. Oh.
And then, I mean, eating until you're stuffed sounds like a good idea until you're stuffed and you're like, why'd I do this?
And surely Shao Kahn's going to be like, well, this Kano guy, you know, he offers a lot to my war efforts against Kitana. Yeah. Get him some women.
I'll even give him Is that working?
Bro. Ain't no way Shao Kahn's a cock. No way.
No. You can just poison Shao Kahn and then be like, that's so sad. But hey, I'm the next up in line, Sindel.
You know, Snake, instead of trying to like romance Sindel, you could just go one step further and just be Sindel. And then you could like romance Shao Kahn into being a better person, like Daenerys in Game of Thrones.
That would never work.
You could conquer him. You could conquer the dick and then conquer Shao Kahn. Am I getting the characters mixed up, or is that Daenerys? Is Daenerys the mother of dragons and all that?
Yes, she is.
Yeah. Remember, she beat him by just being super seductive. You could do that. You could be the reason that Shao Kahn stops having war with the worlds by just having the most amazing sex in the realms, like just being the best.
Ooh, you know, one way you could do it is you be Johnny Cage and you romance Sonya, because you know that's a possibility. And then during Deadly Alliance, she's about to get killed by someone. You take the hit and activate your god powers, and then you just beat the shit out of the Deadly Alliance because you have god powers now.
Ooh,
yes.
Maybe that could be smart. You got your god green glowing god powers.
Or alternatively, you romance Sindel instead, because as we all know, Johnny Cage, Gilf Hunter.
I do love how for
I
Snake
straight
scenarios.
up Sindel. I don't mind, and neither do I. Because I'm a survivor.
I do love how I'm doing scenarios to protect Reptile. Snake is just doing scenarios to like get Sindel. Like, we'll do all these things to get Sindel. We'll do all these things to get Reptile.
Sonic, what is your end goal with saving Reptile and his people? Ingratiating yourself with him so that you can romance him. Don't act like you're better
save
than
his
me,
race,
Sonic.
you know, like continue the bloodline and everything, and build my reptile army and stuff like that. It's great. It sounds awesome.
Disgusting.
What about you, Dog? Huh? Mr. Rain, debauchery 10 years.
What about me? I already said my plan. What else are we adding?
Okay, you're gonna be Rain. Okay, got it. So those are
I
our
think he's
answers.
the best choice. He has good powers too. Like Rain is hilariously overpowered. He just made dumb decisions. But like, for example, he beats Kotal Khan pretty casually in the comics until Kotal Khan just goes, no, fuck off. It just like burns him with like the skylight. And he's like, ah. So I would just not let that happen. I'd be indoors or something when I conjure the storm.
Yeah, there are many characters who theoretically their powers should make them broken, but during the context of Mortal Kombat, they lose like every fight. So like Rain never wins a fight.
He's absurdly OP in Mortal Kombat 1. Bro can just flood an entire planet almost. Like, bro is biblical.
That's why I love my joke where it's like, dude never won a fight, but locked the fuck in for genocide. That's what I said in the video.
Yeah, lock the fuck in.
So like theoretically, there are characters who should be disgustingly OP, but they.
Rain is like that meme, that animation of Ryu charging a Hadouken, and Ken gets bored and just leaves and lives his life. Like his kids grow all the way up, they graduate, and then at the graduation, Ryu still has like a huge beard. He's like, ah, and it's finally ready to fire, and he unleashes this giant fucking Hadouken. That's Rain. He's just slowly building the water.
Yes, the tsunami.
Takes him like 80 years, but he's like, ah, and finally floods like all of Order Realm, Sento as they call it, or Saito.
Saito. Sento is the sword.
Saito. Nobody can say it right. It's supposed to be Saito, right?
No, it's Saito.
It's supposed to be Saito, but they changed it to Saito in the recent games. Yeah.
See, I never know.
And the people are Saidans now.
Yep.
I guess
Cyrax the
so much
Saidan.
like yeah.
Size
All right, well, I said my piece. My plan is immaculate.
Sizoff and Cyrax and the Saidans.
Honestly, this is a very fun question. I'm very happy we got to end it on this fun question. Thank you, Mitchells. We have all our weird fantasies being thrown out there.
I can aura farm with Rain, too, because Rain has aura. Say what you want, but Rain walks in with this royal outfit, commanding water, possibly an army of hoes behind him, a harem. Yeah, you're aura farming as Rain. I'm sorry, but you just are. Shao Kahn's just like, that's my boy. That's my son.
So that is the potential man Rain that Dog has set up here, basically.
I would get so close to Shao Kahn. I'd be like so buddy with him.
Again, Rain with knowledge definitely could could be very strong.
I mean, they gave him knowledge in MK1. They made him like a literal professor of like the magical arts, and he still sucked ass. So it just depends.
Yes, exactly. I meant the knowledge of like knowing what happens is what I'm saying.
Rain will fall on you like daggers from the sky. Bitch, shut the fuck up. Just slaps them. Oh, gets wrecked. Anyway. Yeah, I would become Natara so I could cuck Megan Fox and keep her from ever becoming my character. God damn it. Anyway.
How does that work? What? I love the sacrifice, but
No, I'm saying like I would use my fictional existence to resist NetherRealm's urge to turn me into Megan Fox, and I would keep my character cool. Anyway, that's just
I thought how you're gonna do it is like I will become Natara's next voice actor to keep Megan Fox from voicing. It'll be TrueUnderDawg as Natara.
I mean, shit, it couldn't be any worse than what we got in the last game.
I could be the unreleased vampire character who's responsible for throwing the sword into hell in the first place. I could be him.
Oh yeah, there is that guy. Yes.
I think he's dead.
Anyway, fuck off, everybody. Goodbye.
Wow, I love how that's gonna end the video.
He's become the American that Japan thinks he is.